What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel Aces Place 22, the Ace in the Hole Variety Show, episode 17, the 450 minus one. I'll explain that in a second. Minus one special giveaway or giveaway special. I'm not sure which way I should have said that, but you know. All right. So, welcome to the show, everybody. I hope you all are having a great time, great day. It's a Friday, and it's a beautiful Friday, and I got a little bit. I always have an announcement of some sorts, but I've got an announcement to make. Got a lot of stuff. I made notes today. Lots of stuff to talk about. We got a new angle here that you guys get to see this beautiful face. Yes, TGIF. Thank God it's figures, French fries, farts, Friday. Can't wait. Super excited. It's hotter than a mother. Watch your mouth in this place. It's very warm. I got a fan going. It's blowing the right direction. Had to make sure of that. We are already going. We're not going to sit around and wait like the 10 minutes like we normally do. We are in it to win it. Well, at least you guys are going to hopefully be in it to win it. Let's go. I'm going to steal your vibe for a second, Kaz. We're going to go through the chat and say hello to everybody. And then we're going to do shout-outs, specific shout-outs. So I guess these are unofficial shout-outs, and then we're going to do official shout-outs. But we've got Virgo Cool always coming in number one, because if you're not first, you're last. Let's fucking go. That's right. Let's go. Rough Shot coming in second. Down the ace hole. I like that one. I haven't heard that yet. What's up, Liger? Kaz coming in. Oh. I'm skipping a bunch. Fumbling through the galaxy. What's up, brother? Ultra saying hey. Dude, I got chocolate peanut butter cup in the freezer waiting for me to munch on it. You know. And that's what we do. So that's everybody right now that's in the chat so far. And since you're all here, let's do the official shout outs. People, well, you basically all have channels anyways. So here they are. We got, I wanted to say Bruce and Kaz, but we're not going to say it that way. We're going to say Kaz and Bruce with the Casual Toy Collector. Check out his channel. That's Casual with a K. I'm so glad that's catching on and it's going around. Old School, what's happening? I'm glad you're in here, brother. Check out Kaz's channel every single Wednesday, Hump Day, Friday, Flex Friday, and Saturday, Saturated Stunt Saturday. So check them out here tonight, later. I always get the times mixed up, though. 10 o'clock? I believe it's 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I don't know. Just check out his channel. It's always a good time, 21 and over. You will be discarded like an old, dirty pair of underwear if you're playing any funny games over there. We all got blue wrenches, and we'll all kick your asses out of there. You dig? Next up, we got Roughshod Stalks. Check out that channel right there. That is Graybeard and Virgo Cool. They're here in the chat right now. Check out their channels. Most of y'all have wrenches to your own channels, so go ahead and drop it down in here. This Kaz, he's an elusive fella. If you do this sound, woo, he comes a running. He also goes by the name of Nature Boy Kaz. So you can throw that out there. And then Fumbling Through the Galaxy, he is here as well in the chat. Go ahead and drop your links, people and folks and friends. Fumbling, Severus Snape, as he would go by, because he's also a Harry Potter fan and a Star Wars fan. And he's just an all-around cool dude. So go check out his channel and show him some love. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up like we should have 8 years ago. Sorry, kiddo. Seafrost, official Seafrost, always doing stuff with music. I haven't put my thoughts together, so I'm going to sound like I'm an idiot, which I am. But Seafrost in Tokyo over there on their channel, Official Seafrost. If you've got music and you're interested in different types of music, go check out that channel and show my dude over there some love. And that's it for the official shout outs for you guys. I don't know if I showed this off on a channel, but I am sweating very badly. I did pick this up on Temu. I know I'm not a Temu god, but I do have some Temu Riz. Sorry, Bruce. Sorry, Kaz. You know, I'm just a little feller in this big old ocean. But I got this dope ass hat from Temu. And see, that's what I did. I smoked right before the show and my brain's all scattered because I actually have notes. So I'm not trying to just rattle off in the brain. I'm actually trying to. I'm a wreck. But I got this sweet ass pizza hat. It just says pizza. The brim of it is a pizza with a bite out of it. It is sweet. I got 2 of these for $10. Well, $12, I think, with $2. It's almost $3 for shipping, which whatever. My daughter has a gray one. I have a black one. They're dope. I love them. Temu, that's what's up. These little ninjas from Temu, man. Little like, ooh, oh, look at him. Look at him in his little like position with his little gun behind his back. Oh, they come apart. Anyways, on to the cool big news, the 450 -1 giveaway. Now, the reason I went with -1, in case y'all are wondering, like, what the fuck is he talking about, -1? Earlier today, when I got on my channel, it was 449. We had lost one, boys. We had lost a subscriber. But that's all right, because we were still going to do the 450 giveaway. It was already announced. 453! Praise the YouTube gods, right? Look at that. So, since I posted the this video earlier, we went up 250 or 452. So I was like, well, shit, -1. I've already made the thumbnail. It's sticking. So -1, we're going to change to the idea of like Godzilla -1. It sucks. I suck. It's all right. I don't care. But 453, Virgo Cool with the good news. I don't know, man. I think this always seems to be the thing when I get like a subscriber. It always seems like a few hours later that subscriber number goes back down one, and then like a full 24 hours it comes back. My brain tells me it's just like a cycle, like a resetting thing. I could be wrong, but I always seem to get that +1 back like 24 hours later. So I don't know. Threesomes are the best. I've only been in one, and it was great. It was fantastic. It was the best. Nothing lives up to it. It's not true. Now you got me thinking about what's going on here. So let's talk about the 450 plus giveaway. Now I know I added the plus. Now I know officially when I revealed the prizes, it was a poster, and then it changed to this killer Lord of the Rings 1,000-piece puzzle. Yeah, kick Bruce out if he shows up either way. I bought this for my own personal benefit. I picked it up, I believe, at Ollie's for like $10 maybe. I love Lord of the Rings. What up, TKD Bor? So I love Lord of the Rings. I never put this puzzle together. They had the good guys, and then they had the bad guys. I only got this one because this is the only one they had at the time. So this was one of the prizes. And then for the Star Wars fanatics, we had this Walmart exclusive Jango Fett gold Funko. So, oh, hold on, I got a text message. And I use my phone for everything, folkity dokities. Oh, I can't read it anyways. It won't let me. Anyways, that's the downside of having a phone, using it all on the phone, but whatever. Yeah, this is one of the other prizes. But folks, you know, I like to go big. I like to go real big. There are 10 prizes. 10 prizes that y'all can win tonight. Uh-oh. The goblin bomb's about to go off. Can you hear it? I'll read it. Oh, okay, Virgo. I'll read it later. But super glad there's everybody in here that is in here so far, because I already took the initiative. Now, when I do my little giveaway, I'm not going to have the wheel, the spinning wheel like Kaz does, because I don't know how to, I don't know what the hell that even is, how you did that. So I'm pun intended, old school. I'm old school, and I've already jotted all your names down, and I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to put them in my sweaty ass hat, and we're going to draw names right here live, baby, live. So right now, all right, so these are the rules. First of all, you have to be subscribed to the channel, which we just talked about. And if you ain't subscribed, we will find you. And if you want a reference to when we're going to find you, go watch Jay and Silent Bob, the scene at the end of the movie where they go and hunt down all the people on the internet that talk bad about them. That's what we're going to do to you. Or Rick and Morty, when Rick and Summer get all like jacked up and they go beat up the town and stuff like that. We're going to beat you down. Yo, bingo. I got the fumbling. I got the bingo ball thing where you can roll it and pull the balls out. Bro, come on. Come on. You guys have to appreciate this young stud having an old, there you go, Ultra. The old vibes to them. So second rule is you have to like this video. Third rule is you have to share this video. Everybody has to share this video. I want it everywhere. You have to leave a comment in the comments, which all of you already have. State whether or not you do want to be part of this or don't want to be part of this. That way we're not, or if you want your name thrown in there just so you can see if you win, like get your name picked. Hey, I don't really much care. It's up to you guys. And rule 5, if there are enough people, an old soul, man, that is literally, I'm going to get jostled here off the track. Years ago, back when I first graduated high school, I lived on my own and I had my little doggy, and, is the wheel I use. Oh, okay. I'll check that out when I'm not obviously in a live stream. But back when my little doggy and I were just popping out of high school, I had a friend of mine. She came over and she just was like, man, I'll never forget her saying that. She's like, I can just see you when you're older and Rocky just living on a beach and just being happy. And I always was like, that's my simple life. But I love toys, obviously. Anyways, old soul, you're right. But if there's enough people entered, I don't know how I want to do that. We'll just see. We'll go along with it. And the prizes are going to be as I grab them. You guys aren't getting to pick what you want. You win what I give you. And not so much what I give you, but what I grab for you. Because I'm not going to sift through and be like, oh, I think he'll like this. You'll get what you get. And if you guys want to do trades amongst yourselves, feel free to do so. I will open up the chat before we do the 450 plus giveaway, because if Roughshod, Virgo, Kaz, or anybody wants to join in the chat while we're doing it, absolutely. And like I said, there's 10 prizes, so we are going to be doing this for the duration. We'll just do it randomly, and we're going to have fun with it. And I appreciate all of you. I love this community that I'm part of. And as I'm saying this, not that I think I'm any more than just a fly on a wall, but if I haven't been, visible in a lot of your guys' streams or late night videos, it's because I've been working a lot more, working earlier, because I am in the process of maybe, hopefully, buying my first house. Let's keep my fingers crossed. Let's keep all of our fingers crossed, right? It'd be pretty cool. It's right down the street from where I live, so it's not a huge transition. It's a much bigger place right now. I rent. I've rented this place for like the last, oh my gosh, 12 years I've lived here. It's always been me. So thank you, Fumbling. I appreciate that. It's pretty big. It's scary for you guys know. Anybody that owns their own place or whatever, I'm scared for fucking real. I'm scared. But I think that's normal. It's a big boy, big grown-up step. I know my daughter's super excited. Going to look at it again tomorrow. So maybe if I can get some pictures, I'll post them and you guys can see so we can, chit chat. So pretty excited. For really all I know right now is it's a 6-bedroom house. It's a big place. So I could definitely have a lot of toy rooms. Exciting. So, but there's a couple of places I'm looking at, but this is the one tomorrow I'm specifically going to. So anyways, that is why I haven't really been popping up lately at night, because I've just been getting my sleep and working. You guys know. So, and on that, I think there was something else, but I can't remember. Anyways, so quick, I'm going to throw some stuff out there. 6 bedrooms. Pablo Escobar. He played a little bit of integral moments in this purchase. Sorry, I had a little cocaine all up in there. Make me want to watch the movie Blow. Which, the first time I watched the movie Blow, I didn't realize Pablo Escobar in that movie was a real dude. Thought he was a now 6 bedroom. Hold up, I don't know how big the bedrooms are, because the apartment I'm in now is essentially a 2-bedroom apartment. But you could get away with having 4 bedrooms in this place. Easy. Because that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have 4 bedrooms in here. Easy. This big area is my living or my office room. Could be your huge living room, dining room. There's a bathroom. All that. I'm not sure. I'll have more info tomorrow. I literally just talked to the person today on the phone. And we're going to go tomorrow at, I think, like 1:45, 2 o'clock, something like that. It's literally right down the street. You know what? Fuck it. This stream is going to run. I only really want it to run 2 hours. I don't want to do a 4-hour thing tonight. But me and my little one, we'll go walk down the street here in a little while when we get done here, and I'll get some information. I'll take a couple pictures of the house, the actual house, and I'll post them. I'll let you guys kind of see. No, it ain't no mansion or nothing like that. I didn't realize it was as big as it was on the inside. So it's very exciting. And, well, there's that. So I want to talk a little bit of toy news. So that way, if you guys jump in the chat, we have something we can discuss. And then I got some video game stuff, some movie stuff, more toy stuff, and that's about it stuff. I am going to do an unboxing of this Roughshod. You got me all hot and bothered when you keep seeing the new, oh man, I'm drawing a blank, McFarlane Two-Face, and then you saw the variant one there, the Chase. Man, damn, that's a nice looking figure. And this is a little one that I have. I have a couple different Two-Faces, but I'm gonna open this. I've had this for 10 plus years. We'll just kind of go from there. But right now, the Fantastic Four have their new action figures that just came out, or not just came out. I apologize. That just got revealed. I think you can pre-order them. They're Hasbro. You guys can correct me in the comments or when you jump in, but I believe they're Hasbro. The likenesses are okay in the face for Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. The guy that plays Johnny Storm, that one looks all right. There's 2 variants or 2 versions. You can get the Human Torch or you can get regular Johnny Storm, which he does come with, fire accessories. And then there is the Thing, which is my personal favorite. I think he looks really cool. Exactly, Hasbro Mania, because the Gamerverse stuff, right? Those are Hasbro Pults. I got some of them written, all of them written down here, because there's one on my list for sure. But I am stepping away from collecting the Marvel figures. I am trying to sell some of them. So if anybody's interested, please reach out. I do have a whole bunch that I'm getting rid of. But there are certain characters I really do love, and I do want to still have a figure of them. And I really like that Ben Grimm's thing. And I don't have the Roughshod. You have this one, the Fantastic Four Marvel comic version of the thing. You got it for like $6 at Ross or something like that. You said that's the hardest one to find. I wasn't able to get him, but I had all the other ones. But I would like this version. I do have the Michael Chiklis version of the thing though. That's OG, and I love him. But they all look really good. There's a Silver Surfer. I don't really like it. Her accessory is cool. The surfboard with like the cosmic looking swoosh looks really dope. I like that quite a bit. It's not because she's a female. It's just because my brain doesn't register that that's my surfer. It's not my Silver Surfer. Knick-knack, paddywhack, who gives a shit? It's just not my figure. It's not for me. But these 2-packs, like Roughshod just put in the comments, these 2-packs are going to be awesome. You've got Wolverine and the Silver Samurai, which is a perfect blend. That's beautiful. And these are like, I think, are they the Capcom like versions? I think I didn't watch a video or anything. I just saw a thumbnail, so I just took information from that. The Surfer is plain. I don't really know how you make her cool. The Marvel Selects, I think that's what the brand was back in like the mid 2000s. The Surfer I had for that, he was very metallic-y or chrome. And his surfboard was really sick. It had a magnet in it, so his feet actually clunked right down, and you could put him in killer poses, man. He looked sick. You know what they should have done with the female Silver Surfer, and I know we saw from the trailer her hair slicked back, but right, exactly, Roughshod, exactly. Her hair should have been in like motion, kind of like what they did with the zombie Wanda from What If, where her hair, even though her hair held her back, at least with Silver Surfer, she has the board. She'd be able to have a base to stand on, and she wouldn't be top heavy. So they should have put her hair flowing, unless in the whole movie her hair is like stuck to her body, which I don't want that. I don't want liquid metal Terminator 2. Nothing against that, because that's the top echelon of movies right there. But I don't want that. I want like cool, slow, cosmic, blowing in the wind shit. Like that would look dope. That would actually make me be like, ooh, she look a little stylish. I like it. But whatever. But these Gamerverse Marvel figures, the Wolverine looks really cool. I know. I don't know what I was going to say about him. Him and Silver Surfer or Silver Samurai. I was going to say something. But Psylocke and Thanos. Psylocke looked thick. She looked really good, and Thanos looks really cool. I like his hand, his snap. But I'm not looking for Thanos. You're going to see why. And then the War Machine and Omega Red. I really like that one. I'm a big Omega Red fan. That was one of my first X-Men like villains that I ever saw, and I was like, whoa, dude, this guy has like, I didn't know they were what they were called, but I was like, he's got tentacles coming out of his arms, man, and he's big Russian monster. Ultra, you make a lot of sense, because if the Batman Batsuit has nipples, why shouldn't a woman that's made out of whatever they're made out of? Like Dr. Manhattan had his pretend these are his legs. He had his little dangler. Not saying I want to see the Silver Surfer's dangler, because maybe that's something they think of in their head and it erects out of their body. I don't know. We're getting into this, bro. But then the War Machine is really cool too. He's got like this blue hue to him, like where his gray should be. He looks very cool. I don't know if his helmet or anything can pop off, but I like the way that looks. And then the one I'm personally would like to pick up is Captain America, because he is one of my absolute favorite superheroes of all time. And then Venom. Top 3 Venoms for me right now. The Gamerverse Venom, where he's got the long arms and the long legs, and then the protruding mouth with like the plastic slime in there, from Spider-Man 2. The one Roughshod just shared on his channel an unboxing of from Venom Let There Be Carnage. That's a really dope Venom, because he also has those long arms and legs. I really like that look to Venom, because it just, when he's, you know, like that, it just, he galloping. I don't know, it's not the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Just boom, he can just thrust himself across the fucking terrain, you know, hundreds of feet or some shit. I don't know. And then this Venom. This Venom, dude, the blue, the all blue Venom, and then the green slime in the mouth and the swappable head with Eddie Brock's face. Huh. If you guys aren't familiar with Spider-Man, the PlayStation 1 video game, do yourself just a solid. Google a video of it or Google images of Venom. Now, yes, the characters are going to be pixelated and jagged looking because it's a PlayStation 1, but that Venom is 100%. I don't know who the artist is or what version of Venom this is, but that blue one, man, that's the cream of the crop for me. That's the uno numero number one I want the most out of all of them. And then they did Shumagorath, which is fucking dope. Shumagorath looks huge. Like he's got all of his tentacles and stuff coming out. The only Shumagorath I have is, hold on. If you saw the movie Doctor Strange 2, you would know Shumagorath in that movie is Gargantos. They couldn't use the name Shumagorath for copyright reasons. I think that was it. So they just changed the name to Gargantos. But this, for all intents purposes, is what Gargantos would look like. This big green eyeball with all these tentacles coming out. Now, this is my version with Doctor Strange, with all of his little effects going at it. You've got the Wasp over here, Thor throwing his hammer, and then you've got the Submariner shooting some water because, well, why not? At this big boy over here. But he is a huge looking figure. I have no idea how much any of them are going to be, where they're going to be, if they're exclusives or anything like that, but I'm putting it out there on the radar. If you guys are interested, there you go. And then, oh, one more. The big boy himself, the Juggernaut. And I have a Juggernaut. I believe I've showed him off here on the channel before. I'm trying to get him. This is my Juggernaut. Thank you, Fumbling. This is my big boy. This is the, what the frig is it? The Marvel Selects one? Diamond Selects? Yeah, the Diamond Selects Juggernaut. He has no, he can't open his hands or anything like that. He's very limited on posability, but this is huge. This is another 1/12 scale figure, which is Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. Just so you can see the sheer size of him. He is a huge monster of a figure. This is my ultimate Juggernaut. I don't know if I'll ever need another one or ever have to have another one. I'd like it if his hands could open so he could hold somebody and I could put him in a dope pose. But he can bend a little bit, but I don't know to scale how big that other Juggernaut is. I know he's huge. He might be bigger than this one, to be honest with you, but that's a more comic or cartoon accurate one, or the video game one, where yeah, this baby here, he's the comic book one and he's freaking dope. But that's it for like action figure news that I know of. And we're going to wrap it up here with movie talk. And that is going to be Lilo and Stitch. Went and saw Lilo and Stitch last weekend with my daughter. I'm going to talk about it real quick. I truly thought I was going to be like, okay, this is going to be a sub. Well, it wasn't amazing. I don't want to hype this up, but it was a lot better than I thought. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. I even said to my kid, I'm like, babe, I'm probably going to doze off during this because I know the story, right? I actually liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I don't remember how accurate it is to the original. Some of it, retained, but they might have added some new things in there. I think they definitely did, especially at the end. But I liked it. If you guys have kids or are interested in a movie like that, go check it out. It was pretty dang good. The CGI was really good. I really thought, like, when they would show Stitch next to the humans, I'm like, damn, dude, this looks very, very good. But it's a good movie. That and Jaws. I think this is the 50th anniversary of Jaws, and I don't want to say I just watched it, but I just rewatched it for the first time in many, many years. And really great movie. I don't really know what to say other than that's just the movie I watched. And then the video game that I've been playing is Resident Evil 7 on the Xbox One. If anybody is a Resident Evil fan, I highly suggest you can jump right into Resident Evil 7 without knowing really any of the backstory at all. And you can have yourself one hell of a time. It is creepy. It can be scary. It's got a really good story. The voice acting is a little chonky. It's Resident Evil, baby. It's Resident Evil. It's a very good game. It's close to my heart because at one point, when I didn't have custody of my daughter, it was a very disgusting time, very awful time, and that game genuinely pulled me through. So, Resident Evil, I love that video game. And other than that, I'm going to talk about my toys of the week real fast. So, just recently, Seafrost. Seafrost? I don't know. Seafrost. What's up, brother? Tokyo. So just recently, I know these are a little blurry, but deal with it, folks. I'll turn the camera on or the light on. Maybe that'll help. All right. So here we go with these two here, the Dancing Homer and the Nelson. I don't know if these are in stores locally yet. I haven't seen them, but I had a friend of mine who lives kind of, yeah, he's like in the Northeast. It's Northeast. I'll just say that. Here in the Northeast, but not very, very close to me at all. Found these in his local Target and picked them up for me. So thank you so much. And these are really great, the Dancing Homer and the Nelson Muntz. And then up next is this little guy, and I did a review of all these on my channel, so if you guys are interested, go check them out. Here is little baby Sinclair from the show Dinosaurs. He has a whole bunch of really cool accessories. You can pop him out of this little high chair if you really wanted to. Switchable head. Changeable head, changeable hands. Again, all these really cool accessories. He's great. I got the dad, so he was a must pick up. And then finally, we're going to wrap it up with my literal toy of the week, which is going to be the blue Belly Bomb variant. This dude is awesome. Seafrost, I'm doing really good, brother. I hope you're doing very good on your end. Yeah, and there you go. But the blue Belly Bomb variant, I got this, like, I don't know, maybe a week ago. He's got the little Krang on top of his head. That was his accessory along with the gun. I love this figure. He doesn't look like he belongs to Ninja Turtles. He looks like he belongs to Power Rangers. And that is pretty fucking cool, too, because I like Power Rangers quite a bit. And then I feel like I have a long hair or something because I keep itching my fucking nose, in case you guys are wondering. I do love this feature of his eyeball can literally, it's just a ping pong ball with paint on it, and you can put it in any position. I like that. I think that looks cool. You can open his mouth and close it. It's pretty dope. He's got little eyeballs on his hands, and the only other accessory he came with was a gun. And then here is Krang, but you can move his head. It does look a little phallic. I don't know what I'm doing there. He looks a little penisy. Whatevers. So there that is. That's about it. I don't have nothing else to talk about. Goodbye. Ending the live. Boop. Just kidding. Stay on, folks. Get your light off here. All right. I'm going to open up the chat here and right now. Ba, 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 ba. And there it is. Anybody is okay to join. Frost, I'm doing the 450 plus giveaway. I got a whole bunch of these cool, I think, because they're for my own personal collection. Everything is for my personal collection. I'm downsizing, moving on up to different, bigger and better things. So I'm not going to use this hat because it's sweaty. I'm going to use something else to put these in. What can I use? Uno momento, por favor. Here we go. We're going to use this hat. We're going to use this Pimpin' Ain't Easy hat that was signed to me by the professional wrestler, Godfather, Charles Wright. He's just an awesome dude, the Godfather. We're going to use this hat because why not? It looks cool. So Seafrost, again, I've got you and Tokyo's names written down here. I'm going to cut everybody's names out, fold that little piece of paper, and I'm going to draw some names. We're going to see who wins, and I will show you guys what the prizes are first, And then it was a bowler hat. This was a bowler hat. Absolutely. It used to be. This was my hat. I had bought this for my own personal collection. And when I used to do a podcast, a wrestling podcast with my buddy, we interviewed a local wrestler manager. His name was Mr. Man. That video is up, actually, if you guys want to watch it. It's the only interview we ever did. And I had hair back then. It's underneath the Comic Wrestling Podcast. I believe that's what it's under. But yeah, this was a bowler. It was rounded at the top. It didn't have the band on it. Or no. Shit, I don't remember. No, it didn't have the band on it. And it didn't have the feather on it. So when we interviewed that wrestler, I gave this to him unsigned. It was the bowler at the time. I gave it to him as a hat because he wore things like this with his wrestling gimmick. He took the hat. They had the Godfather at one of their local shows. I don't know what it was. Took the hat, had him, they crimped it, heated it so it stayed pressed. And then he added a feather from something of his own collection, added the band, and then had the Godfather autograph it. And then he re-gave it back to me as a gift. And I thought that was really fucking cool. And I've had it ever since, and I'll probably keep it forever. So there you go. It's pretty dope. But this is what we're going to put the names in and draw from. So there you go. What's up, Tokyo? Smokyo. I'm sending everything money. Oh man, I appreciate that. And I will send you my address here in a little bit because I don't think I did that. In my fucking address book, I lost it or the page from it because I had everybody that I've communicated with here's addresses. I had to reach out to Kaz today and be like, bro, I can't find your address. Can you resend it to me? Because I sent him and Bruce a handful of things. I know Bruce knows what his things are. Kaz, you're not too sure what I sent you yet. I don't know if you have them. I think you might have one or two of them. You're going to get more use out of them than I would because, like I said, I'm downsizing my collection. And if you know anybody that wants them and you don't, you hand them off to them. That's all right. Did I give you my address already? Good. So yeah, there we go. Oh, we got someone in the guests here. What is up, brother? Are you? Wait a minute. Hold on. You got sunglasses on. Hold on.
Wait, what if you're, and I'm here.
Hold on. Who? Wait, is this a meme? Is this a thing?
Who? I haven't worn a hat backwards since I was like 12 years old.
Oh, I wear mine backwards all the time just because I'm constantly not aware of how, like, my depth perception. And I would often hit the brim of my hat on everything. But what is happening, brother? How are you?
First of all, listen, congratulations on 450. I think that's incredible.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And also, obviously, I hope it works out for you, man. Home ownership is a big deal. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yes, it is. It very much is. 1 second. I had a fan on and I didn't realize how loud it was because I'm the only one that's been talking. Yeah, it's pretty scary and cool and exciting and all that stuff. And it's awesome that it's right down the road from where we already live. So there's no transition of we have to switch our lifestyle up. It's just right.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's clearly much bigger, as I've said, compared to the apartment I'm in now, but I don't know what the size of the rooms could be. They could be, a walk-in closet that someone could say is a bedroom.
It doesn't matter though, dude. It's your space. You can do with it what you want. There's a freedom that comes with it. I mean, listen, believe me, dude, and I'm sure you know already. It's 24/7. It never stops. There's no more calling like someone to go, hey, the pipe's broken. Can you come have someone fix it? You're like, oh, that's me.
Exactly. And
I
thank
know how
God.
plumber. Yeah, exactly.
And
But
right, there's certain things I know though, and certain things I definitely don't know. And unfortunately, if the pipes broke, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do other than just turn off like all the main valves and make sure everything is closed down.
but you're gonna learn, dude. Listen. Throughout all these years, I got to tell you, man, you pick up skills. You do now. Now I'll do anything except mess with electricity. I don't mess with electricity, but anything
Yeah.
else, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See,
Oh yeah, yeah.
when my landlord came in, I don't know, like a year or two ago, I think it was last year, and they replaced the toilet. Not that I ever thought to myself, "Oh, I'll replace the toilet," but I remember like basically sitting on the maintenance guy's shoulder, like just watching him because I have more of a curious mind than I do have a set of meddling hands, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Like I like to absorb what I can because again, I mean, you never know if you will or will not need this. So
And you know what the greatest resource is? And I know this is going to sound insane. I just literally fixed our washer doing this instead of paying
yeah.
800. Is YouTube.
Yes, that you know what? Yes. That is my the only thing I can say tutorial wise on YouTube that I've used other than like starting up YouTube channel itself is cooking. I am a YouTube whore for cooking channels and stuff like that because when I get in the mood of like, ooh, let's do something for dinner, I'm like, let's do something a little creative for dinner. And watching a 20-minute video opposed to reading a cookbook, it just makes it that much easier.
Totally, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, congrats. Hope it works
Thank
out.
you.
We're all rooting for you. Virgo, I hope your mom's doing all right. Always tough.
Oh, she'll be okay if she listen to what the hell I tell her.
Oh boy.
They wouldn't be moms if they listened to you as much as you were supposed to listen to them.
Who has a damn knee replacement and sleep on the sofa?
Well, it's downstairs where she don't have to go up the stairs or anything.
It's comfortable. Get your
Gentlemen,
ass in the
how
damn
y'all
bed.
doing this evening?
Hey,
We
Fumbling.
are-
Hey, Ace number 2. Hey, Ace number 1.
Hey, at
Hey,
first
you
I
know,
thought,
there's 4 aces in a deck, right?
Nah.
right?
So roughshod, if you just get rid of that beard, you could be ace number 3.
Yeah, you preach.
No.
Well,
No.
this is like that's future ace. This is present ace, and that's past ace.
The past ace.
Well, at
Yes.
first I was mistaken. I thought Fumbling was going for a weekend at Bernie's look.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
No, Fumbling, I didn't know you had so many tattoos, brother. Let me see your arms. Let me see.
Yeah, you got a whole loaded sleeve, don't you?
Yeah, I'm.
See?
It's really well because you guys I think have seen my work look. So it's very interesting when you're in the office in suit and tie and you're traveling and you're doing your thing, and you're in a gym with somebody from work and they're like, "What the fuck?" And you're like,
I said, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's but you know what? I come from a generation where thankfully the stigma went away. But early in my career, I can remember being with fellow VPs and presidents and CEOs, and they were like, "Listen, dude, you got to cover your arms if we're going to a golf tournament or something because it just I know you're cool, but there was a stigma that went with it." So
I think the shit cool as fuck.
Me too.
No, he's right. Yeah. Now it's watered it down.
But there's also levels of degreeing of how you carry yourself with what you have.
Yeah, you can't expect to get a job with a naked lady bending her ass over on your arm, you know.
Right. I've seen so many videos of, you know, I don't want to do politic talk, but I've seen so many videos of Generation Z where they're, you know, got the big earring or their ears are stretched and they got the big hoop in their nose
stuff.
Right. And they're crying about, oh, I can't get a job and I'm not being accepted and this is discrimination. It's like you have to understand, take the nose ring out, look a little bit more presentable. Don't, you know, look like a crazy circus performer and maybe dress for the job you want,
I would
and just carry yourself that way, like fumbling,
Right.
like if you're in a suit, no one's going to see what you're wearing. But I think I can speak for everybody here in the community. The way you carry yourself, we also wouldn't expect that if you go out on the weekends and you were a heavy metal rocker, because you carry yourself as like a normal dude, like just a dude.
I picture fumbling riding on the back of a Jeep with a metal mask on his face, like that dude from the Road Warrior.
Nice.
I totally do too.
Gas down. You give
Ride
us
down the street.
But it's going to be like the
me your
Mandalorian
gas.
helmet with spikes on it and stuff.
Thunderdome.
Yes.
But listen, I'll tell you this. So my tattoo artist, who I think is really cool about her, is she said it to me, and I actually never thought about it, but she said, if you're under 40, she said, I won't tattoo you above the shoulders.
Sure.
Right? Because people are getting like the neck things, the face things, and she's like, dude, you don't have a career, you probably don't have like a steady job, and you're going to eliminate 90% any opportunity you might have, depending on career choice,
Right.
And you got to be careful, right? And so I kind of appreciate it. I never thought about it. I thought, yeah, like certainly in Canada, it's not as common as it is in the US to see people with tattoos above their shoulders.
Sure.
Right. But you look at somebody like, kind of, and just as an example, but you look like at a Post Malone or something like that.
I was just scared to say, ain't Post Malone from Canada?
Right. Well, no, he's not. But he's
I'm
a
thinking
good
tattoo wise.
Fumbling was quick to denounce him. No, he is not part of Canada.
Right. But
He's like, we
music
do not want him.
You know, Drake don't got no tattoos above his neck neither, though, and he from Canada, so I get that.
Right.
We ain't no
But
talking about Drake neither.
No,
I don't know.
exactly.
I think,
but if music doesn't work out, for him, like
I got to think about.
What was plan B?
For me, I got to think about a needle being close to my face.
You gotta think about needles, period. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Now I can get the tattoos.
I love the feeling of that needle piercing my skin. It's like a high, man. I love it.
Ace done took it to shades of gray over here.
I love it. I do. The first tattoo I got was this little 4-leaf clover, and the girl said, she's like, all right, because I got it from my girlfriend's sister-in-law at the time. And she was giving out free tattoos because she wanted to try to be an artist. And I'm like, all right, give me something small, something I can cover, but something worth saying I got a tattoo. I got this, and literally like 4 days later, I'm not going to take my shirt off, but I went and got my like whole shoulder done by her. And it's a demon like ripping through my skin with wings coming out and stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing on my back. Okay. But that's hidden. Nobody sees that ever. Even when I'm wearing a shirt, you couldn't see that the wings come up to my shoulder.
Right.
So 2 years ago, I went and got this done. My daughter drew this, and I was like, I really want that as a tattoo. I think it's cute. It's not something that is discouraging or menacing looking or, whatever. And then last year, I went and got the Pizza Monster because I'm a fucking pizza monster, y'all. I love that shit. But they're all in places again where you can, basically cover them up. Not like I'm ashamed, but I'm also not looking for a profession where I gotta wear a suit and a tie at this point in my life. So I get it. I totally get being, trashy versus classy. There, I said it.
Yeah. And it's not even a moral judgment. Again, it's not even a moral judgment. Right. The stigma of tattoos is not what it was, but
no.
you just for if there's anything I tell a young person is, think about the consequences of your choice, because I know it seems really cool to have something on your face when you're 18 or 19, but again, you may be limiting your opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a reality of it, right?
Yeah.
It's and again, if it doesn't work out for you, what's plan B?
Right.
Right.
Plan B costs more.
Right, exactly, dude.
Right.
You mean
and then
plan B, the actual plan B, or the pill?
No.
Be specific.
Plan B.
The plan B, like tattoo removal, right?
Yeah. We don't have that here, actually. I think we just legalized that plan B.
Oh my goodness.
But I
You're like,
mean,
"Oops."
even if you got your tattoos removed, you're now in a position of spending that extra money to get something removed to where the money you didn't have before because you
Right.
needed that job that you never got. Like it's just I don't know. It's a mucky position. I'd never put myself in it.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's a
mean, yeah.
sticky situation.
Getting it removed costs 2-3 times more than what it costs to get put on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Is Pete Davidson? I think he's getting them all removed, right? He's getting all of
Really?
his every.
Oh, I
every
don't pay
single
attention.
tattoo. And it's
I don't know for sure.
no, he is, but if you looked at his tattoos, he was like the kind of guy who had like 800 small little, like there was no canvas, right? It was just like
Stickers.
like whatever tickled his fancy at the time, and you're like, it's got to have some symmetry a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Right, you got to kind of make it work. But no, I'm yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I thought you guys had seen these before, but I guess not.
I've noticed your tattoos.
Yeah, back.
I'm coming.
But yeah. Other than that, I was gonna say you were talking.
There is one.
Go ahead.
I was going to say there is one profession.
Okay.
Okay, maybe 2 professions. Maybe 2. Now that I'm thinking harder about it,
Could be more.
there's 2 professions that you can definitely get away with tattoos.
Porn.
One is being a tattoo artist.
100%. Yeah. 100%.
I mean, all day, every day.
Yeah, 100%.
And then us folks in the military. Tattoos
See,
in the military go hand
right
in
there.
hand.
That's true.
Okay, yeah. When I was a kid,
That's true.
my dad was a military guy. My grandfather was a military guy. So those were the tattoos I grew up seeing. I didn't grow up seeing like what, most modern people have for tattoos of, cartoon drawings and shit. But it was, my dad had the United States Marine Corps tattoo on him with like a billy goat or something like that.
Right.
And a couple of other things. And that is literally my introduction to tattoos. I would sit on his back with markers or paint and like color inside the lines of his tattoos and stuff. And like, that was the jumping off point where I was like, man, like these are cool. Like they're just cool. And not knowing, why he had them specifically or why, but you're right. The military, 100%. That's where my thought goes.
They do look at them. Trust me. If you're in the military and you got tattoos, they look at them. They make.
I imagine you can't have anything because, you can't have anything like
gang affiliation,
right?
Any type of thing like that,
right?
Right,
like a brotherhood of something. Yeah.
But
right.
They look, and the neck down, arms full, everything else. Yeah, the neck down, man.
Neck down.
When I left the military, when I got out of the military, that's what it was. The neck
was covered, boy. Wow.
Neck up.
Hip. I don't know if I
but everything down, you're good.
Yeah. That was also because the thing about the neck down is, again, in military uniform, you don't know.
Right.
And that's right. And that that was always kind of my go-to as well, is neck down. And again, it depends on what. Again, it's just not a judgment. Everybody.
Wasn't that like the rumor with Mr. Rogers that he was not so much the rumor that he was military, but that he was like a Green Beret or something like that? And
he was a Marine.
Something really? Right? Okay. And that he had
look up Mr. Rogers real quick.
And that he wore. Not that he had to wear those sweaters, but he mainly wore those sweaters or long sleeve shirts because he had tattoos on his arms and stuff like that. And they didn't want to show or not represent, but
right.
So much, direct the attention of the military of what he was trying to base his show on. At least I thought I heard that. I could be totally wrong. Someone could fact check that.
Find out, man.
But
I saw a documentary on him, but I can't remember. And then they did that movie, I think, with Tom Hanks that played him.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them going. Honestly, I didn't remember.
I could be wrong. Like I said, that was a rumor I heard.
But his generation, I would think it's possible. It's possible he was.
Yeah, because it was like he was a Vietnam vet, and he had like the tattoos on his forearms.
Right.
And and obviously him being like this, you know, wholesome persona character to children and adults, literally.
Right.
They didn't want that to be what he was representing, I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
So
but I also
Canada,
heard these
our
rumors.
version was called Mr. Dress Up. We had Mr. Dress Up in Canada, who was like, and he had a little guy called Finnegan. It was a great documentary on him too, and they were friends, and they like, you know what I appreciate about them is, and Paul Rubens did nothing wrong in the theater, by the way. That's his business. What he does as a grown man by himself in a theater. But
Hey, yeah.
But these guys, there was never like Mr. Rogers never got caught anywhere doing anything that was, and same with Mr.
Ever.
Stuff. Like he walked the walk, dude. He talked the talk.
Yeah.
That's pretty remarkable.
Especially when again, someone correct me on that, fumbling. Well, you watched the documentary. Didn't he have like the first black interview, or not interview, but something to do with like the first?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, he did. I think it was guest
or something.
And so did Betty White. Actually, Betty White.
Yeah.
They told Betty White not to. What was it that she did? It was brilliant. I think they told her not to hold hands or something, and she just walked straight across the soundstage and kissed the guy.
Oh, really?
Live television, and people were like Betty White was way ahead of the curve on so many things. But yeah,
there's a handful of celebrities that I kind of think of like that don't get talked about in that regard of like, you know, setting the footsteps. Like even Arsenio Hall with his TV show, you know, I remember watching that as a little kid, and I think it was Star Search with him on it and shit like that. But I remember it being a big deal. Not that I understood it, but people talking about Bill Clinton being on his show and it being a big deal because he was trying to reach a way younger audience as a presidential candidate or the senator or whatever he was. And I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube of the Arsenio Hall show where he's done interviews with like not Prince. Shit, what the hell was his name? Little Richard.
Oh yeah.
And that interview was insane with how just much Little Richard was just talking about at the time, 30 years ago, how reflective it is today in our society of just be who the fuck you want to be and just let other people be who they are. And don't worry about if this doesn't affect you, then you don't affect it kind of mentality and stuff like that. And
I can't find it on this video.
Well, dude, but listen, Chuck Berry and Little Richard pretty much invented rock and roll.
Yeah.
And guys like Led Zeppelin and all those bands absolutely ripped them off, which is why years later they sued the shit out of them and they won, right? And I love Led Zeppelin. I'm not taking anything away from that. I love Led Zeppelin. But you know, they didn't get the due that they deserved when they did. They certainly did not get the due they deserved.
No, right.
Right? Like Richard was way, and even Elvis. The one thing I liked about the Elvis movie is they kind of tried. I mean, it's no revisionist, but they did say, listen, this is where he was influenced. This is what influenced him. This is where he stole the music from.
Right.
And yes, he got away with a lot of stuff because he was Caucasian, but, you know, they didn't hide away from it necessarily. But of course, they didn't jump head on to it. But
right.
They didn't avoid it as much as I thought they would. Right? Because Elvis ripped it all off.
Oh, completely. Like, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You know, it was different times then, too. Like, he was going to be on TV. You know, it was just different times. He took it and ran with it, man. It's hell.
Yeah.
Probably ain't the only one.
No. That's right.
No, right.
But, you know, what I appreciated about the movies, at least they kind of, you know,
they touched on it at the beginning a little bit. Yeah.
You know.
Now,
oh my God.
Now the guy Tom Hanks played, his manager, that was a real dude.
Colonel Parker was a real piece of shit who absolutely embezzled and enslaved Elvis Presley. That guy was a real dude.
Tell him I got the
See, that was the big reason I wanted to see the movie, because I didn't know the dark side of it, you know, like I didn't know that part of it. And I thought it was really interesting. Like you said, it's what the hell is it? Where a revisionist story basically. So I didn't know really how much he existed outside of this guy existed, but we're gonna embellish it a bit. But
no.
Yeah, what
like,
a dirty piece
they
of.
Probably there's a lot of stuff that they couldn't absolutely prove, but I'm sure he did much more than they showed.
They skirted on that a little bit in the Johnny Cash movie.
Oh, did they?
So, yeah, just a little bit. In the early years, when in the film where they were showing them on the road at first.
Oh,
is that the Joaquin Phoenix one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember when that came out years ago when I first saw it. But I don't.
Oh man, you'll probably
born.
You know what? You'll probably remember the reboot version, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox.
Dewey Cox, I love that movie. Walk Hard. I love that film.
Who uses that marijuana scene in their in their stream? Are you smoking the marijuana?
Legend series.
Oh, that's the best. You don't want none of this, do we?
You don't want none of this.
Yeah.
It's the cheapest shit out there.
That is so funny.
I think I want it.
I think I want some of that.
Hey, that dude, I mean, seriously, man. Riley, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he has.
He was in Days of Thunder with fucking Tom Cruise.
Was
he really?
Yes.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Where he plays the cop who loses his gun on his first day on it. Magnolia, first of all, is fucking fantastic movie. Tom Cruise, absolutely incredible in that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
You haven't seen Magnolia? Oh my God.
No.
It's an experience, dude. It's an experience.
Yeah,
Paul Thomas Anderson, so the guy who did Boogie Nights and so P.T.
Yeah, he was in Boogie Nights too.
Yeah. Like
Magnolia. That dude was doing big movies in the back at the beginning.
Like
right,
and
a lot of people think he just popped off with Will Ferrell there with Step Brothers, and he just kind of came out of nowhere. But no,
with him and Will Ferrell and Step Brothers, I was like, what the fuck? That's the dude. I was like, what the fuck? Take the bait, fuck it, go, dude.
You know what? He's great. Riley in. He has a great little part in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he's like, hey, this guy calls himself Star-Lord. And it's like
that Skull Island with Kong.
Yes. Skull Island, holy shit.
Skull Island was so fucking is fucking awesome. I love that movie. I love that movie. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Now,
and
how do I want to say this? A little bit of trivia.
You had the duct tape. This was about oil meal.
Sam Jackson says a certain line in Jurassic Park, the very first one, that he also repeats in Kong Skull Island. Do we know what that line is?
Absolutely not.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
It's pretty close. It's
really?
Pretty fucking close.
I just guessed something Sam Jackson
pretty
would say.
close.
Yeah, that's good. What was it? That's good.
You better hold on to your butts.
Oh. You better hold on to your butts. Okay.
I remember that.
That seems PG for Sam Jackson.
Well, that's why in Jurassic Park, obviously it's not a rated R movie.
Yes.
He says that when he goes to press the button to turn the power on, or he turns the power off, or something like that. I think he's turning the power off.
Yeah.
And then in Kong Skull Island, he says it again, I believe, right when they're about to head into the maelstrom of the storm that's happening around Skull Island.
Yeah.
I think he says it over the radio. He says it over the radio or right as they're getting ready to ascend into the choppers or something like that along those. But I remember being in theaters and hearing him say that. And I looked over at my buddy and I'm like, dude, he fucking said that one line from Jurassic Park. It was cool.
Hey, so can we get back to those Fantastic Four figures for a second that were announced yesterday's stream? So
we can.
Okay, so listen, you guys know I'm not a huge, that wasn't my comic era. I was reading Star Wars at that time. But I will say this. That Johnny Storm with the flame on, that red Johnny Storm is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
This is an awesome figure. Like that.
It is. I had to look at my Human Torch. I had an old one, a retro card one. And it looks like it's some of it. It's like there's a piece around his neck that they used from that. I've seen that before, but everything else is new on him. I'm wondering if the plastic, because it's always when they make a translucent character,
right?
The longevity of the plastic is always in question.
Yes, I imagine it would be. Yes.
But it does look man. I can see that thing. If you're gonna have it, I would have it like on a flight stand with a light under it.
Totally.
Really, a red light too. Make that thing freaking.
It looks, dude. When I saw that, like Ace was saying, the Silver Surfer, okay. The Ben Grimes, the Thing, I thought looked pretty good. I did like the stretch hands on Reed, and I thought she looked good. For the Vanessa Kirby character, she looks like Vanessa Kirby, but he looked like he was on another level. I was like, okay, now they really put time into him.
Yeah. That specific sculpt is real nice looking. It is.
Yeah, I thought so.
The Silver Surfer.
What a disappointment, dude! It's like
she looked so. To me, she looked dull.
Yes,
like dull.
Yes.
Like she should be shiny.
Yes,
shiny. Mirror finish, shiny.
Yeah, she's got to be chrome, dude. If she's not chrome, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and and the worst part of it is that I didn't like how I could see all the joints and stuff on her. It was kind of weird looking. Yeah, that's the that's the one I got,
dude.
I can't find the neck piece.
Yeah,
but they did that.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Graybeard.
No, that's the one they did a Fantastic Four wave on a retro card, and that's the Human Torch from that wave.
Right, and I'm just gonna piggyback off of that with the retro look. It's hard to see in my camera here.
Yeah, he's got little lines like the comic.
Yeah, he
used to have on
exactly. So that's the one thing I really do like is he has those little black lines in him like he did in the comic book panels. He looks really cool that way. But the new one, at least from the image I saw, he has you can see his outfit.
Yes, that's what I was. Yes, you can see. That's why I liked it. Yeah,
and I like that too.
Yeah, you could see the number 4, the whole.
Yeah, because on this one you can't distinguish an outfit at all on this. It's just a naked dude on fire.
Correct. Even though
100%. I had the I was trying to find it. I think I still have the Chris Evans Johnny Storm from the Tim Story Fantastic Four movies. And I'm pretty sure you can see his outfit underneath the fire and stuff like that. Because I have
that has to be one of the best moments in the go ahead.
I love it. Man, I don't care what anyone says. I really enjoyed the piss out of those first 2 Fantastic Four movies. For the time that they came out, where they were, really comic booky and cartoony kind of, and stylish, weird, they just fit that era perfectly, and I love them.
See,
but go ahead. No, your final thought, because
go. No, you go, brother.
We're gonna get into the giveaway, but so go right ahead with what you're saying.
You go. Let's go.
Are you sure?
It's your show, brother.
All right. So I will show off everything that we're going to give away, because there are 10 items. Again, there is a 1,000-piece puzzle, which
nice.
I think is very great.
My head's already hurting on that one.
For Funko collectors, there is a gold exclusive Walmart exclusive Jango Fett
Ultra
Funko.
Your bench.
Let me move stuff because I ain't got no goddamn room.
Ultra is one of the coolest dudes on every. I just got to put that out there. Ultra is.
What did he say? I got to see.
Yeah, Ultra's always showing support.
Always, dude. Such.
All I see right now is Kaz's comment where it says, "I think I want some of that cocaine."
No.
Oh, here we go, Liger.
He didn't want to be in the. He didn't want to be in the draw. He's just enjoying the company in the show.
Well, your name's in there, so you can get that thrill of the win, like the feel of it when I say your name. Even though you don't want a prize, you can still get that thrill of hearing your name as a winner.
I like it.
Oh,
and I'm too
Lord.
lazy to go through the hat and look for your name and pull it back out. So
You like, we done
you're
went
in
too
it, brother.
far. We done gone too far, y'all.
All right. So as I said, I have this Roughshod. You're familiar with this series
Oh
of
man,
figures.
I don't want you to open that so bad. If you want to open that, man, I don't want you to open that. I really don't, man.
This
I
is
really don't,
my.
man.
I used to have a bunch of these. I had probably, I don't know, at least 10 of these figures from the Batman, specific Batman ones, because they made them for movie characters, video game versions, and comic book versions. They got Superman's, Roughshod. You showed those off before.
Yeah. It's right. It's before McFarlane got a hold of
Yes.
the multiverse.
Okay.
Yes, these are
And
really cool figures.
Mattel. Those are Mattel's, I believe, if I'm right.
Yes, they are right there.
Yeah. So this might be a look at what you're going to about to see again. Maybe.
So
maybe in a bigger form.
Yeah. So yeah, here is the Two-Face, and this is the Arkham video game version. He was in Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight.
Nice
and I think this is a really great look. He kind of looks like the cartoon with the black and white suit. He's very, very cool. In the video game, the burn and stuff is very, very detailed. So this is mine. I'm opening this one. And the reason I'm showing it is...
Wait,
two of the gifts. Two of them that I'm giving away is going to be Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, whip included. And you can see on the back there is...
That's a hot one.
Yes, sir. There is Superman, and then there is Danny DeVito's Penguin. I used to have that one as well.
I hands down Selena Kyle, her right there. That's the best Catwoman out there.
Oh,
I have
out of all of them.
I have the original 1992 Selena or Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman action figure still, actually, and her arm still has like the spring in it, so she can like whip.
Nice.
I just remember I was so hesitant. I was like, "Oh no, not Catwoman! How they gonna mess it up?" Then I saw how she looked, and I was like, "Oh, that's it.
They still haven't nailed it as good as they did right here."
Right? Yeah.
And I'm gonna go off on a tangent, and we're gonna get a little rated R real quick. But my God, at the end of the movie, when she got electrocuted and she stands up and she's all wily looking, that'll get me in trouble. I'll tell you that much. Woo!
So now we know
but
your
she
type.
was, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Now you know my daughter's mother, pretty much, right there, that moment.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michelle Pfeiffer. Can we get her to redo her Catwoman, please?
All right, I thought when they did the Flash movie that when Barry goes,
that'd have been cool.
I thought when Barry goes to like Wayne Manor, he was gonna knock on the door, and instead of it being like Michael Keaton, it was gonna be Michelle Pfeiffer opening the door.
That would be cool.
And then they would have been like an item that whole time.
Michelle, they would have walked around the mansion, and then they would have bumped in the room, and they would have saw them in the bed together. That's how they would have been.
Spicy. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
and then you got Vicky Vale in the corner, all pissed off, like, oh damn, that could have been me. Damn. But the second one that I'm gonna give away is the Scarecrow from the Arkham City video game, or Arkham Knight video game. He was voiced by, who was the guy that oh my God, now I'm gonna get the names mixed up.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Boromir and Faramir's father.
Boromir,
man. Out of my
league. He just passed away recently.
Yes.
The Punisher, is that Galen?
No, it's he just passed away.
His name is John.
Yes. I'll look it up while you're going through it.
Okay.
Ace, you gave us so many clues. Somebody in Lord of the Rings, and his name is John.
Well, he's the king.
that is excellent to work off of.
He's the Mad King. He tries to kill like his own son because he thinks he's dead. So he wants to burn him.
He just passed
okay,
away.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but he does the voice of the Scarecrow, and holy shit, that is. I know it's not a movie, but it is cinematically beautiful. It is.
Yeah.
If they do him live action, it has to be this way. I can't unsee it.
I know they let Hamill redo the voice for the Joker on those games.
Yes, they did. And Kevin Conroy.
Yeah,
it was Kevin Conroy's.
Conroy and Hamill.
Yep. And next up, we got some more Funko stuff.
Uh-oh. Oh, now that is fucking awesome right there, man. I'm in
Yes,
on that.
sir. Funko
Oh, no,
Ghost
I see who
Rider.
you're talking
Dude.
about now. Oh, the fucked up guy. Yes.
Yeah, what was his name?
Yeah, the fucked up guy named John.
That could go.
We done added one more clue to the pile, y'all. Come on.
So yeah, here is the Ghost Rider on his motorcycle.
That is cool, man.
John Noble.
John
All right.
Noble. That's
There we
exactly
go.
what it was. What up, M3? You're in the giveaway, man. So stay tuned, brother.
M3.
So there's the Ghost Rider. And speaking of M3, the reason I'm throwing this in there is because of you, bro.
M3, what's up?
Howard the Duck in a
Oh,
big
mech
old
suit.
duck
shit.
mech suit.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
This is from the what the hell is it? The Contest of Champions. I think it's a mobile game. I don't even know.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Howard the
exactly. Who
Duck in a
cares?
mech suit, man. That is cool.
It is very cool. And at one particular moment in my life, I was on the path to try to collect almost every single, not every version, but every like mainstream Marvel character I could find as a Funko. And I had too many of these things.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh,
Too
shit.
many. So, and
Hot
then
Lips
this.
Houlihan passed away.
Who?
Ultra Elijah just said Hot Lips Houlihan passed away. Do you remember Hot Lips from, is that from Police Academy?
Yes.
Hot Lips Houlihan?
Like I can't picture that one.
The lady, the blonde lady.
Yes, I think so. I'll look her up while you're.
Oh.
Coolahan
Okay, I know.
something
I can
like
picture
that.
her
Yeah,
in
I know
my
what you're
head.
talking about.
And then next up is going to be
Oh,
that's
Snake
sweet.
Eyes.
That's sweet.
G.I. Joe.
Go ahead, brother. Yep.
So there's this. I don't know who's gonna win it, but y'all can win something here.
Ooh,
That's a good Storm Shadow. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good.
What did I say? Did I say Deathstroke?
I don't.
I don't know.
I feel like I said Deathstroke. I feel like my head said that, but yeah, Storm Shadow. I thought I wanted this as bad as I thought I did, or I needed it, or something. Someone put those words in a sentence that makes sense. But again, downsizing the collection to hopefully help with certain funds. And then we've got,
yes, of course.
Oh, Thanos. Oh my.
Ooh,
this big boy.
I like that.
Now this has only been opened once by me. I switched out the heads because I wanted him smiling, and then I switched out his hand for the gauntlet because I just thought that
fucking good, man.
Cool.
That's fucking good.
That's a custom
on the heels of the Hasbro Thanos OG one being released.
Yeah,
I'm giving them out the updated version. That one looks nice though, man.
That one looks good. Yeah.
So this is definitely up for win. And then we've got
holy shit, Ace, man, dude, you're hitting it up. Oh,
the what is it? The Elite Collection. I think it's series 24.
Legend. Yeah.
Kurt Angle back before he was part of the Balding Club, like all of us.
Right.
He's got his full head of hair. He's got his medals.
And see you later, brother.
It's got a cool feature. If you want to break his head off and then have a broken neck, you could have a real life Kurt Angle with a broken freaking neck.
Crazy.
I don't suggest you do that though.
No.
And then the last thing we're going to give away is the Platinum.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh shit, that's cool.
The Chase, the Platinum Chase version of Captain Cold. Now,
cool.
I can't have him anymore because he's too cold to hold and too hot to handle, and I'm gonna give him off to somebody else.
That's a good fig. Either one of them. It's actually that's classic Captain Cold.
Yeah, for sure.
All day.
Those are the prizes, my friends.
Good prizes, bud.
And when we get to 500, I'll be doing another giveaway, and I have one thing here that I want to show what you could possibly win when we get to 500 subscribers.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Now, I have gone on 4 different occasions within the last 3 months to my local Best Buy, and they have had one of these every single time, and I bought 3 of them. I have one. Roughshod, you have one.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Another. Okay.
Another. Dude, I'm not even kidding you. All 4 times I've seen these, they've been $11.
That's crazy.
For like 3 months. And I'm like, okay, I've got him. Put something else for $11 now. I need something else. But
I like him, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that, I was like, I mean, when I actually got it in my hand, I was like,
yeah, it's a great.
Dude.
It's an absolutely epic figure, and I figured at 500, like these toys are really cool. But a NECA, if someone wanted to win their first ever NECA figure, this is a good one to start with.
Yeah.
And it was cheap for me to get, so it's not like I'm breaking the bank with a giveaway or anything. It was very reasonable.
Yeah.
And I know if I was part of a community that was giving something like this away, I'd want to win this one specifically. So
Hell yeah.
but there you go.
Yeah. Nice.
This will be at 500. There'll be other things because, like I said, Rough Shot, I know you have this, and I want to give you and Virgo a chance to win something else. So there you go. And right now,
I feel like you ought to DM me and give me your address so I could send you something for your 500. I got something. Really cool for the
I got something for you.
Oh shit.
That's Hot Lips Houlihan, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
From MASH.
From MASH.
Rest in peace.
Fumbling, I will give you my address because I actually have something right here for you.
No, okay, I want to send you something for the 500th draw that I think is going to be really cool for people. And I know you have at least one or two real Motu collectors out there, hopefully. And
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, before I even show you this, Fumbling, are you a digital media guy or no?
All digital media.
No physical.
I haven't bought a book since no.
All right. Well, let me see. I believe the digital copy still works. I've never used it.
Oh.
But you and I were talking about it.
Oh, that's cool, dude. That is so cool. That is
so if the digital copy works, I'll get you the code for it, and if you want, you can download it and you can watch the Ratchet and Clank movie.
You're a mensch. I want to see that. Yeah, I've never seen it, and that is such a great. I'm a lover of the game like you are, dude.
Oh, it's great. I mean, and just the voice actors that are in this movie. Let me tell you who's in this. You got Paul Giamatti, you got John Goodman, you got Rosario Dawson, and you got Sylvester Stallone.
Nice. Really? I didn't know that was the cast.
That's crazy.
Plus, you get the guy that was the voice of Quark from the games.
Amazing.
And the two voice actors of Ratchet and Clank. So it's literally like you're watching the game.
That's cool.
Ooh, excuse me.
So it's very awesome. I'll get you that code. I hope it does work. So I don't know if they expire, but if it does, I'm sorry. You just look into it.
Matter. It's the thought that matters, dude. Thank you.
Moto Viper, I'm gonna add you in here. Just because I got an extra piece of paper.
Another hat. Another name is going into the hat.
Another name.
Is it the Godfather hat?
What's that?
Is it the Godfather hat that is going?
It is the Godfather hat because you know how it is. Pimping ain't easy.
The whole train hat. Here we go, Lord.
Do you remember "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker" when he was coming out of
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
That was good. He comes out with the fucking fish and the platform.
Oh yeah.
Just don't pay.
And also, I picked these up because, of course, I'm a Ninja Turtle fanatic, and I got to have Ninja Turtle playing cards.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they're like legit. Okay, they're like playing cards,
like actual poker cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because poker's the only game you should be playing with cards. Yes, excellent. Oh, that's cool.
Like they got the Turtle Van on some of them, Shredder's on them, all the Turtles are on them. Casey Jones, you got Krang.
That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Man, when you go in Target and you don't buy a toy, your pocket is screaming, buy something. And I was like, I'll buy a deck of cards.
He couldn't walk out.
Well, when you give yourself a budget and you're like, I can spend this, and then you don't spend it, you're like, I can still spend it. So that's what play money's for, right?
Yeah.
Keep those accounts separate so you know what you're spending and what you're not. That's all I try to do.
Wait, hold on. Before you draw, I gotta shout out. Sideshow Toys. I have two massive statues that are going to be on my channel soon. You know, my statues. So I made two massive purchases.
Oh,
they hooked it up. Because I sent them an email. I said, you guys gotta stop fucking around and killing me on duties. You're fucking killing me on duties. You know, tell them it's a $10 toy. Like, don't tell them it's a fucking whatever $1,000 statue. They're killing me. Well, we can't do that. We can't do that. So then I get a notification that it's being delivered today, and there's no duty. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so, she sent it under her name. So, lady at Sideshow, if you're ever watching this, which you won't, but if ever the cost.
No, she is. They all are. Everybody's watching it.
Of course.
You are the greatest. You literally saved me like $500. Thank you.
Duty
Oh,
free.
wow, damn.
Duty free.
Dude.
That's amazing. That's amazing right there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like and then on top of it, they sent it before this tariff break or whatever the courts decided. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's awesome.
A side story on the duty. That I knew exactly what Fumbling was talking about when he said duty. We would be on the ship and we would come back in and the custom people be there, right? And of course, there's tons of bottles of liquor and all type of shit we done picked up from all these islands.
Yeah, man.
Y'all declaring anything? No, not a damn thing. We ain't declaring shit. That was the whole boat from the top down. Nobody declared nothing.
That's awesome.
Because it was just an easy thing. They passed out this little form. And then before we even arrived, that morning before we pulled in, they pass out the form. We say, no, we ain't declaring shit.
Yeah, man.
And then the guy meets you on the pier, and then the one person hands him the whole stack, and that's that. And then we unload our shipment.
Who's gonna fuck with a boat full of army dudes that have been at sea for like fucking 7 months, right?
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of it was liquor, man, because the liquor was so cheap in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
it was ridiculously cheap.
Like, I can't even imagine. Yeah.
I walked through Bacardi and who's the other one? What's the other one from down there? I'll remember the name. But they got the plants down there. You see it when you're coming in on the ship, man. You see the circle with the bat. And I'm like, oh.
Yes. That's exactly what I was picturing, was the little black bat with the red circle.
Man. But everything, man, it's, I would say, well, I don't know how much it is now, but when we were down there, it was amazing what $20 would get you. It was like, really?
But dude, you should listen. Unless you're gonna resell it, don't charge people duty, dude. They're paying their taxes like anybody else. Like fuck. Like, go after companies. I get it, because they're gonna bring it and selling it to somebody.
Like that old movie, Kids Incorporated. We already paid the tax on the hay when the horse ate it.
Kids Incorporated.
Why are we paying for the tax on the shit?
Yeah, like, fuck off.
That was a dumb movie, but it brought light.
Are you keeping it a secret on who or what these statues are until you show them on your channel?
No. So I got, I have the newest Darth Vader mythos battle damage. He's standing on top of a burning, it's 25 inches by 25 inches, massive.
Wow.
Standing on top of a burning TIE fighter. It's fucking insane.
Really?
Yeah. And that thing is, oh my God, that's going to be a centerpiece. And then I've got, Darth Maul, again, 2 feet by 2 feet, standing on top of like a bunch of dead skulls, fucking just screaming with a light up saber. It's insane. Like,
oh, dude, that's epic. I can't wait to see those.
Yeah.
How much you're saying they're both 2 feet by 2 feet? That's a lot of real
you got
space right there.
Don't even ask him. Don't even.
I gotta
ask. Oh man, you're gonna throw up.
No,
don't ask.
I'm not gonna ask a price. I'm not even gonna ask a price.
Right.
I want to ask, how do you prepare to have space for something like that?
Right, which is interesting because my wife and I were talking about the other day. So I have another room that I don't show on camera that has all my statues.
Okay.
But what I will be doing is actually converting this space a little better to really show off during the stream, which is I would like them in this office. And just FYI, I build cabinets in my shop. I have a shop during COVID.
That was I was going to say, what do you do for your shelving then? Okay.
Yeah, so I custom make all the shelving because it's
brilliant.
During COVID, I took up woodworking because it was something to do. And so, I've got to measure everything out. But yeah, you have to custom and not go with that. What's that fucking company there that like, it's like $2,000 like module space. So module space, like they do like these debt lefts, like the steel. So it's called module space. Dude, by the time you end up getting a module space thing, you're $2,000-$3,000, and it's a 2-year lead.
See, I literally my main shelving that I use for my display, I've got 1, 2, 3 of them, and they're just basically utility shelves. They're just the metal shelves with like the plywood or the plywood.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I think they were 60, $70 a pop for them, but they fit what I clearly display. Like if I had a huge 2 foot by 2 foot statue, I get 1 or 2 per shelf at that point. But that was what I was going to ask was like, well, what the hell do you use to display those on? Cause man, that's a lot of space. But if you make your own shelving, you can then obviously accommodate your needs.
I don't think those things
I
are
don't know
going
if you
to sit
can
on the
see
shelf.
these.
Oh, there
But
you go.
this is like my like I built this custom shelf just for like some of my, but
Yes.
like, so I'll build all like. Sorry, I don't know if you could see that from swinging the camera too fast. Sorry if I got too dizzy.
A little bit. No, we can see it.
No, we got you.
But yeah. So all that, like you got to, because there's nobody that makes anything like that, you know, makes yours and nothing at a reasonable price.
Right.
And
then it just makes it easier too. I mean, not that everybody that's a collector has the ability to make their own anything unless you really put your first foot forward on that one. But when you make your own shelves, it really allows you to display what you want way more freely than being like, okay, well, I have a shelf that's automatically, 3 foot by 2 foot. I have to figure out what I can put on there based on that specific size. Where if you're like, all right, well, I've got your dragon that's coming in.
Ooh.
Are you making a table for that, or do you have something already?
No,
right, there you go.
Yeah, making something. Yeah. That thing is fucking 6 feet, right? So
right.
He's got a levitating hollow board for that thing. It just floats around playing Jesus music.
Well, it's like nobody has a 6 foot long dining room table just sitting around waiting for a dragon to sit on it. So that's it's interesting to see how other people fix their collection to their needs specifically. And I have such an appreciation for that, because it gets frustrating when you're like, fuck, I just added another toy to the shelf and I don't have enough shelf.
Hey, shout out to the 6 foot dragon on the dining room table. I think it would look lovely.
Yo, in certain circumstances, you could probably get away with having a 6 foot dragon on the dining room table.
Some people will make it like this.
If you had a long dining room table, heck yeah.
Right. And some people want it to be the center of their, like, people come in and go, holy shit, what is this? And conversation. Like I saw someone, like, I have the first HasLab, which is the sail barge, which is 4.5 feet. So I have that. I've never taken it out of the box. But I always thought, if I took it out, I would make it like a centerpiece that when you walk into a certain room, you'd be like, holy shit. And then you start talking about, like, right. And I think the dragon may be the one huge piece that I really decide to take out, just because I think it deserves to be seen. But I've got that. Yeah, I've got the sail barge, the ghost, a whole bunch of massive pieces that have never seen the light of day. Because where do you put them?
Right, because once they're out of the box and put somewhere, you now have to but you have to think, if I move this, where do I move this to? Because right now, this is the forever home. When I add new stuff that's smaller, I now have to try to figure out where that's going to go. And I totally get that, especially as a Lego collector.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I want to build my X Mansion, the Lego X Mansion that I bought so bad. But once it's out of the box and all the pieces are, this fucking shape, it's like, where do I put that? I have to rearrange everything, and I don't have the energy or the willpower to want to rearrange anything at this point.
I'm with you on that.
After the move, that's a prime time to be like, let's set space aside for this.
And design it for that.
Customize
it. Yes. But I get you, Fumbling. You unintentionally become an inbox collector.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a shame, right? Because they're not meant to be in boxes, but at some point you got to. Yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking of doing a video. I don't know. Sorry, we'll get you dressed. I'm so sorry. But I am thinking of doing a video on how I build a custom shelf, because it's easier than people think it is, and I see a lot of people doing videos out there and they kind of make it overly engineered, and it's like, dude, you're just building a box. and a box
Yes.
with shelving, and keep it, KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid, like the
Yes.
KISS model, right? And just find that, and I think people just get intimidated by it, but it's really not, and I was one of those people, but yeah, when I see people duplicating module cases and they're like, oh, you get this type of steel, you cut this, you get this, and I'm like, bro, like I may as well just buy the fucking module case, right? Like,
Right.
Right. Yeah, no,
what
I personally would watch a tutorial video on something like that. Just again, I have a curious mind and I love seeing how other people design their collections, because then that sparks an idea in other people's heads. So for sure.
You want to save your money for toys, not for shelves. That's my motto.
Right. Exactly. And speaking of toys, let's get our first one going.
Here we go.
I'm shaking it up like it's going to matter. Now, what I will do is I will grab a toy and I will say this is the prize, and then I will draw a name, opposed to that way I don't have subconsciously in my head, ooh, do I think this person will want this? It's just, this is what it is.
So once someone wins, they're out, right?
Right.
You should have numbered the toy. You should have numbered the toys and had a hat for the toys.
That's a good idea. That'll be for the 500, because I'll probably still be old and do it this way with the hat and the papers.
Yeah.
Listen, Virgo's in his ear right now and an earpiece telling him this, by the way. So,
and also
got the electric switch ready.
Tokyo and Seafrost, you guys are both separate, so you could both individually win something.
Nice.
And same with
Graybeard.
Same with Graybeard and Virgo. You both can win individual things.
Oh Jesus. Nice. It's on now.
So the chances for them are higher to get the cooler shit than you solo players. So
no. Virgo wins something, let me tell you, she's gonna let you know.
Oh, fumbling, you're gonna do that. All right.
Yeah, I'm gender fluid, so
are you or are you not an honorary American citizen? Because that could be 3 identities right there.
Shit. All right, let's do it. Thank you,
He's
Bruce.
Jamaican too. Shit, ain't you Jamaican by marriage?
He is the dude playing
right. You're
Jamaican after another.
All right, everybody, we're gonna end the giveaway. Fumbling has 10 different personalities, and we're gonna give him everything.
Nice.
He's like Professor X and Split.
Well, Kaz, I love you, but I gotta say, you got a box of good shit coming your way, so you kind of already won.
Oh shit!
I just mailed him and Bruce a box full of stuff, so they'll be getting that. So you could win things. You're getting things. Everybody should be happy. So the first one up for grab is going to be
Kurt Angle.
The Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Okay, this is a wrestler. Nice.
Yeah, this is a wrestler. Yes. Yeah. So obviously, whoever wins these, you guys can do whatever you want with them once you have them.
Little background fumbling. He is actually a legitimate gold medal Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, so he was. Yes, that's him, right? Okay.
Yeah. He is legitimate.
Yes.
And then he after that success, he signed the dotted line and off he went.
Good for him.
Did you ever watch? I forget the name of it. Catching Fire or Foxfire? No. Okay. It was a Steve Carell movie about like Olympic mat-based wrestling.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Kurt Angle wasn't in that movie, but the real life guy that was based on, like Kurt Angle wrestled him and was like knew him and stuff like that. Just to give, I didn't know if you've seen the movie, but just to give a little bit more context.
The DuPont air that went crazy and shot people. Yeah.
Yes. And he's also a huge advocate for keeping, collegiate wrestling in the Olympics and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan of Kurt Angle just because of his story. Pittsburgh, strong dude, badass, yada, yada. But someone could win this.
Okay.
Oh, it's shaky.
Our first winner, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner is
Bumbling through the galaxy.
Oh, really?
You got a day.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Yo.
Everybody in the chat saying it's rigged. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Don't lie, y'all.
This is who Kurt Angle is, and by the way, now you own him.
Now you own him, yeah. So if anybody at the end of this wants to do trades amongst each other, again, feel free to do that. I will not take offense at all. I didn't think specifically the guy that loves Star Wars would fucking like Kurt Angle. So
I didn't know who he was 5 minutes ago. So yes, I'm open to trades, but I will not. I'm okay. Great prize. Thank you.
Hey,
He said he is
I'm-
holding.
and I will put my phone number at the end of all of this, right in the chat. I trust
Don't
it
do it.
because
Don't do it.
I've never seen any weird creep people in this chat, and everybody I'm cool with.
Fumbling. They're there.
They're there. So
They're there.
just message me and we'll link up and we'll exchange emails and stuff like that and addresses, and we'll get these things to everybody. I am gonna write down though who gets what. So if you guys do a little switch at the end, let me know so I write that down and I can get whoever to whatever.
Thank you, Ultra.
All right, fumbling. I mean,
All right.
Hey,
Now
Here
what
we
I need
go.
you to do is if you get weird phone calls, I want you to record.
you know what? Bruce,
get
Kaz,
weird-
and TKD Bar, they called me like a week or two ago, and I've saved the voicemail because it is absolutely ridiculous. And someday I will try to figure out how to hook it up to the YouTube and you can just hear it. So now this is where I'm perplexed.
Okay.
Do I throw their names back in the hat or do I leave them out?
Out.
I say out.
Out.
Keep them out. Okay.
Yeah.
I leave that to you guys, to your discretion. I will keep them out then.
Yeah, that way you don't get like, I've seen streams where a dude has literally won like 4 prizes, and it just and I know it's not set up, but it feels.
Once you win,
it feels funny. That's why I wasn't. I had it.
Yeah.
I had it written down like that earlier, and I started to say it, and then I'm like thinking to myself, no. When we get to that point, I'm going to ask everybody and see what they personally think.
That way everybody.
Okay, so there you go. Because like we said at the end, if anybody wants to switch anything, you get the chance to get maybe something you wanted. But here we go. We're going to do prize number 2, and we're going to go big with it.
Ooh.
We're going to throw the 1,000-piece puzzle right out there.
That's right. But your alley 1,000 pieces, because that is already giving me a headache. That's all.
All right, here we go.
Puzzles.
She wanted a puzzle. But there
Did
you
she?
go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, this has to be Virgo.
Oh, I have this person in there, but they're not in the chat, so I'm going to take them out.
Uh-oh. You know.
It was Queen Bee. I didn't know if she would pop in to say hi or not, so I threw her name in there.
Bowler hat. Steve Frost wants the bowler hat. That's all. It's not a prize, man.
Chances increased just now by 1.
It is now. Here we go.
And the winner is Old School.
Old
School gets the puzzle.
Old School, if you would like this, if you're still here, leave a comment whether you want this or not. And if you do, it's yours. If not, we'll draw another name. And until I see your comment, we're just going to keep going as is. But for right now, my brother,
oh, you should say
1,000-piece puzzle.
You should save the ones that are not claimed. You should just save it for the 500.
Right, Ultra. What's that? You should just say what?
If a prize remains unclaimed, just save it for the 500.
Ah, that's a good idea. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody wins and let's say you don't communicate by the end in the comments saying, "Hey, I'm here," or "Hey, I'll take it," we'll throw it right back into the 500 mix for sure. Absolutely. That's a great idea, Roughshod. So I will keep that there for now. We will say you are the holder
I know
of
you
that.
want to downsize quick and give a lot of stuff away, but let's
that's a great idea because then I don't have to like fish around and be like, oh shit, I don't have enough. I better find something. That's good. And then let me write that down though.
Uh-oh.
Old School.
Ah, here we go. Old School is I think he's claiming it. Or
He's claiming Lord of the Rings.
He wants it. He got it.
My precious.
So, that's you, bro.
Forward. I don't know what.
All right.
Is.
Next up is
wait a minute. He said pay. If he's saying pay it for, I think he's trying to give it.
Is that what that means?
I think that's what that means.
All right. Well, what we'll do is
Virgo,
we will
Virgo, LOT.
We will put that back. We will put that one back in the drawing, but it'll still hold. If nobody claims anything by the end, we'll just put it in the next round.
Yep.
That works for me. I don't mind that.
Man, we are steps away from having Plinko and freaking The Price is Right.
Oh, I love it. All right, so we will draw another name for the puzzle.
Here we go.
What do we got? Oh, I see a letter. I think I know who this is.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, shit.
You got it.
I got it. Oh my God, I got it. I got the puzzle.
She taking it.
There you go. You got it.
Yay.
Hey, old school made that happen, and it was
Yeah,
funny.
that was a good pay it forward, dude.
Right on, old school.
Now
I got
we're
these
gonna do it.
things.
We're gonna
I've got
do it
little
live with
pieces of
Virgo putting
paper
it together.
folded up. They're so hard to grab. All right. So Virgo, you are the owner of that puzzle. That's a dope puzzle too. I really love that
is
one.
a dope puzzle, dude.
Up next, we're gonna do the
Who wants to look at
scarecrow.
Orlando Bloom.
Little scarecrow figure here.
Oh, that one's yeah. Here we go.
There it is. Now, I don't think I've seen this person in the chat at all. It's Doe.
Doug.
Or no, yeah, it is Doug.
Doug's-
That's Doug.
Doug's here.
I
Hey,
have
Queen
Doug
Bee.
and Doe in here. I thought I said Doe at first. This is Doug. I didn't know if he'd pop in and say hi. I've seen these people a few times.
I like puzzles, but I like other stuff too.
Yeah, you dumb. She
Oh,
trying to
Queen
play
Bee!
to some shit. What?
Queen, you are in the chat. I'm gonna throw your name back in the hat. You could possibly win something.
Queen
Since
Queen Bee
you're
was
here.
supposed to get the puzzle originally so she can get it.
Hey, that's all right. She can now
No.
participate.
Well,
It's
no,
you,
listen,
Virgo.
Ace. She was supposed to get the puzzle originally, so if by right it is hers. Didn't
No,
did her name get the puzzle?
No.
No,
Was
it's
it-
you.
No.
Or what
You
did
gotta
she
be-
get picked on?
Nothing.
But you got to be
I
in
think
the
He
chat.
was
at
going
the
by
time.
what was in the chat, and she wasn't there.
Yeah,
Was she here
Right.
now, damn it?
Then
You're good.
Back in the thing.
Yeah, now Virgo, it's all yours by the rules.
Yeah.
You got it.
Rules of engagement have
No.
said that it's
I'm not
yours.
saying I don't want it because I like puzzles. Hold it down. Hold
So
it.
you getting it?
Don't fuck with karma.
All right. So Queen Bee, doing a giveaway. I had your name in the hat because I figured you might pop in, but you weren't in it by the time we started. So I took your name out. But now that you're here, we threw you back in so you could win something. Hopefully that caught you up to speed.
She's so confused, girl. Just give a shit away, girl. Just roll with it, okay?
Just roll with it. There you go.
Queen Bee may
Um,
win her
roll with
first
it like the
figure.
blunt
But
I'm about to roll
Since
up.
Doug
Roll
isn't
with it,
in
baby.
here, we're
Roll
gonna do
with it.
another. We're gonna do another one.
Agreed.
Godfather hat.
Queen Bee.
The
Foley got
Godfather
pictures,
hat.
girl.
You.
Oh, I wish I waited because I would have sent this to him already. Bruce.
Bruce, what the? Where's Bruce? Wasn't even in here today.
Bruce Arache.
I know he's not in here, but he's one of our brothers, and I'm still gonna label him as the winner of this one right here.
You're gonna get no
Damn it,
arguments from
Bruce.
anybody.
I'm
Yep. Bruce is one of
Because-
the OGs.
During Kaz's stream later tonight, if he says he's not interested in it, then I'll just be like, all right, we'll put it in the 500 drawing then.
Bruce will be okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The next one up is gonna be. Let's do. You know what? Let's get into it.
Holy shit balls.
This is the one though.
We are gonna do the Platinum Chase version of Captain Cold. Now, the only differences that he has from the standard one are his gun is pink
Bruce so happy.
with this version, and he has that awesome fucking cold blue face,
Awesome.
which looks
Crazy.
great. He's a great looking figure. Never opened him, still in the box. I just thought he was really cool. And we're gonna give him away. Here we go.
Here we go.
The Godfather hat.
I already know who's gonna win this.
Who?
I can't say it because it's a karmic thing, but I know.
He said
We're
he's
gonna-
psychic.
We got to throw that name out because they're not in here either. So chances
Ah!
are.
Your
Don't
Johnny
shoot it.
Carson didn't work. Your Johnny Carson did not work.
Yeah. Johnny, what was that? The great Krishna? What
He had
was
the
it again?
stupid thing on his
Ooh.
head.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hold on. I got to throw this up first. Where is that comment? I just saw it.
What?
Kaz.
Kaz?
Oh no, it was Queen Bee. I thought Kaz wrote this, but
Kaz.
Kaz
Hey!
Got him a Captain Cold.
got the Platinum
shit.
Captain Cole, baby.
That's cool as shit, Kaz. That is cool.
I thought
It
he's
is.
the one that just put the comment. Of course, Bruce wins something because I was gonna be like, well, you just won something too, baby.
Ah!
I say
Um,
he got the better of the two for sure.
Yeah, I do
Oh, there's
too.
Bruce Arachi. Bruce Arachi.
Bruce
Oh,
the Rocket.
Guess what, Bruce? Guess what?
All right, let's ask him right now. I gotta write this down quick. Hold on.
Ace, I don't think he was here.
No, he wasn't.
Here we
But-
go.
I gotta give him an exemption pass because it's Bruce.
No, of course. No. That's what I'm saying. No, but I don't think he knows.
Kaz, let's trade.
Kaz. All right,
Single
Virgo
people
trying to get
still
cold.
win.
remove him.
Kaz, let's trade.
So Bruce,
neighbor.
doing the giveaway, and your name was drawn to win this little what is it, like a 5-inch figure of the Scarecrow from the Batman video games. It's yours if you want it. If you don't, leave a comment. Oh, you want me to throw the link up there?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Bruce, it's an older fig, man. It is an older
Hey,
fig.
drop that link again for the.
Yup.
Listen, Bruce needs all the toys he can sell for that ring.
Yeah, I believe that came out around 2015 ish.
It's your Superman thing like that.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Yeah, like 2014.
Yeah.
There you go, Bruce. That should be out there now. So yeah, you jump in here and you let me know what you want to do. But Kaz just won. I don't know if you noticed or if you saw it, but
Cat
just won. Let me see. We got him right here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There, he is. There they are.
Look at the young
What up?
couple. They just won.
Oh my
Publishers
God.
Clearinghouse.
Hi, Beth.
Look
Hey,
at them.
girl.
Look at them smiling. Look at them.
Hey.
I think you need to update your name, dude.
Hi.
Bruce.
What up, y'all?
So Bruce, is this something you'd want to win? This little figure here?
Of course.
He already won it in my book.
All right, man. That's all you. And then no, Kaz. If you got confused, you won this, dude. Kaz got the Captain Cold.
Kaz got that cold.
Oh my God.
Saying hi,
Hey,
check.
Bruce, from now on, you're known as the Killer Bees.
Hey, Beth.
What you say?
Hi.
I said from now on, you're known as the Killer Bees.
The killer bee.
The Killer Bees.
The Killer Bees. Bruce and Beth, the
Beth.
Killer Bees.
Oh,
Oh, Bruce and Beth. Oh my Lord.
son Beth.
All
Killer
right.
Now you're gonna get shirts made with double B's on them.
Well, do not get a shirt made with BB on it. Do not do that.
BB.
You might find yourself in some awkward situations.
So the next one up is going to be
Gold
this little
Django.
Django Fett Funko. So let's.
Here we go. Here we go.
Who is it going to be? Fumbling who? Who is it?
I feel
He's
like
doing Johnny Carson.
it's got a
There he
Q
goes.
in it. It's got a Q in it.
A Q? No,
Oh.
sir. It's got a U in it.
Ultra!
Now,
Oh,
Ultra didn't want to win a prize, remember?
Yes, he did not.
But he does get the excitement of Ultra. So we will just
Onto the stream.
draw again.
I guess because we're already over there anyway.
What?
Hey, you
That's
should have
like
got the kid. You should have got the kid to do it.
body as well.
oh
She
yeah.
Hey, she's either taking a nap or watching a movie. She's been in her room since school, so. TK, let me know if you're still here in the comments if this is what you want, my friend. But you're gonna get it for now.
That's cool as shit,
Gold
dude.
Django.
Me and TK can switch.
Papa
I'm
Fett.
gonna put that book together live on the stream one night.
You know, there's some.
That'll take a whole
I- I
damn
will- I will
fucking
admit,
day.
There are some Funko Pops that they put a lot of detail in, and then there's some
Yeah.
they don't give none.
Well, I like this. Jango Fett was my favorite character other than Qui-Gon Jinn in the prequels, so that's why I got him. But even his little base that he has is like his
little
the
jetpack
smoke and stuff
fire.
coming out of his jetpack. So I was like, that's cool.
Together about an hour, 2 hours.
No,
It's
I
gold,
agree
man.
with you, Graybeard. Like some of them are phenomenal, and others you're just like, yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them
yeah.
really hit the home run.
Yeah.
Pieces. You gotta put a puzzle together, and I gotta put a puzzle together. We can do it at the same time. I really
Uh-oh.
want to put my Legos that you got me together. That's what I really want to do.
Oh, that's too.
Hey, there you go.
If they want to do
I thought about doing. I thought about doing a live stream of putting that X Mansion together,
Oh, that'd be
or at
cool.
least. But then it's like, do I talk the whole time? Do I just build the whole time? I don't know where my brain.
You talking and Bill. I
What
don't
you
know.
doing it
You
live?
build and
Yeah,
then
like
just
you did
chat,
that,
and then you talk about kind of
What?
the history of the mansion, maybe, or X-Men, or
Yeah,
tie
that's
it
what I
all
was
in,
thinking.
right?
Because I didn't
You
want it to
build
be
a
like
little
I'm just
bit, you take a
rambling. But
breather.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just
that up.
like, look at it like you do the Ace in the Hole show. Like you bullshitting and putting toys and shit
There's
like
no
that
reason
together.
to
Look
do
at it
that.
like that.
Is that
Right,
true?
right. That's something I want to do
I
for
don't
sure.
give a
At
fuck.
least like an hour's worth of it, just
Yeah,
to
that's
just
cool.
to chat and show
Yeah.
what it's like and stuff. So,
Like
but
Only Vader's girl, I think that's her channel. She's got these beaded things that she puts together, but it takes. I mean, she don't do that shit in one sitting. It's
Yeah.
like
right,
it's a show. I think every couple of days or something like
Extreme.
that, or every week. But by the time she finished, it's one of them big old mosaic type shit.
Hang out with y'all, don't y'all?
Right.
Think you don't.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
if
it
you
is.
don't do it in one setting,
Watch
it's
out!
fine. But when you pull that shit out, oh
Next
my
time.
Watch out.
God.
Yeah, for
Out
sure.
duck.
Howard
Like,
the
well,
Duck,
yeah.
dude.
So
Mech suit duck.
we got Mech Suit Howard
He's
the
a
Duck.
robber. That's what robbers do.
This thing is pretty badass. When I took it out of the box just to see like what it looked like all the way around. This is genuinely a cool looking mech suit for such a silly idea of a duck. Seafrost, I personally hope you win this
Oh,
because I know your favorite animal is a duck,
oh,
and it's just appropriate.
yeah. Okay.
Howard the Duck.
So here we go.
They've been on for 2 hours.
Seafrost. You be the guy
Jump
behind
out.
that basketball net.
You know what?
Doing the damn
One of
thing.
the names fell out of the hat, but that's the one we're going with.
You got it anyway. You took it out.
Here we go.
Whoa!
She's doing
He's gonna have to fight over it because Tokyo got it.
Ah!
Damn!
Yes.
You're gonna have to fight her for this one, brother.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That's awesome, though.
That's domestic dispute coming now.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Bruce, are you guys at the park to what are you guys doing? Adopting or abducting?
Huh?
Yeah, it's burying. There's a shovel involved. You hear the
Or
kids, they
dropping off
got
and
them working
leaving.
in the mine.
Ducking.
We got
I don't have
4
children.
more things to go. We're gonna
Abducting.
do the G.I. Joe Storm Shadow.
Ooh. That's a cool figure, dude.
Now,
It's not bad. It is not
is this
bad.
the movie? Is this the movie one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cool
You did it.
character. The movie.
Well, the
that's
guy,
never super
the actor is. I liked him in Warrior.
Time
Yes,
out.
he was great.
Oh,
in it.
I didn't realize that's what that was.
Join Team Takai.
All right, let's see who's gonna win the G.I. Joe
George
figure.
Takai himself. Because we
Hurry
already
up,
friends
check.
on X.
Who do you guys think won the G.I. Joe of all fucking people?
That's right. Checker.
Queen Bee.
Cass.
Queen fucking Bee.
Queen Bee.
Queen
Snake
Bee.
Eyes. She gonna have her
You are
first
now
official-
part of the elusive G.I. Joe family.
She has her first classified.
Oh,
Hell
that's great.
yeah.
Tokyo was like, what if I win it? Nice. Already. Nice.
Yeah, Joe.
They're making
That's
negotiations.
awesome.
I feel like Tokyo just got a dinner. There's some negotiations.
That's great. We got 3 things left, and we're gonna do them in this order. We've
What's
got
up, Tote? What's up, Seafrost?
sexy Selena Kyle, played by the even sexier Michelle Pfeiffer, a little action figure, and she got a little tiny cake.
Ah,
So judging by the earlier comment, I'm gonna say Graybeard.
ah.
Yeah.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm about to go on my sleeping break.
That's fucking wild. Graybeard. That's wild. That is
It's rigged.
wild.
It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Bruce said it's rigged.
He said best Catwoman ever. Who else could win it?
That's wild. Like that literally. When I opened that,
It's
like
given
saw
away.
his name, I got chills up my neck because I was like, no fucking
Oh,
way. Did he just say it was Graybeard?
That's awesome.
That's you, brother.
Hell, yeah.
I'm gonna take my.
It's rigged.
Yeah.
I didn't
Hey,
call you to come out here with that bullshit, Bruce. Motherfucker.
All right, we got two
What y'all
things
doing,
left, and
Bruce?
we got
Man, y'all at the
we
park
got-
or at the trailer? Where you at?
What do you got, 2 prizes and 3 names?
Ministering to the people.
Oh, they at Chefro.
Nice.
Ah,
2 prizes, 4 names.
So it's a 50-50 now.
they're at Chefro
Yes.
United Baptist.
All right.
Here we go.
The next prize is going to
There
be
it
the
is.
badass Johnny
Look at
Blaze.
the sunflowers.
Oh, that's pretty.
Johnny Blaze.
Ghost Rider.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Who else is left in the chat? I'm gonna go Seafrost.
That would be
we
a
got
cool one,
Seafrost.
Seafrost. That'd
Who
be
the
a
hell
dope
else
one.
is there?
That would be a dope
Seafrost
one.
and
Who else? Moto Viper. Is Moto Viper in there?
Moto
Yeah.
Yep.
and M3 and someone else.
3.
All right, here we go.
I mean, the store.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
the-
not here.
Why
It was
don't you
Profit.
Profit.
But Profit's
Where's
not
Profit
here.
at?
So now we're down to
Profit
3
here.
names.
Right, here we go.
Oh, it's gone down to 3.
Ah.
What's up, humans?
That's
Goes up my nose.
Frost.
Seafrost. Oh, he got the Ghost
Sorry.
Rider. He got
Seafrost
trade bait
gets the
for the
Ghost
duck.
Rider.
He got trade bait for the duck.
That's
That's sick.
trippy. You guys both got the Funkos.
Both of those would be excellent. Either
Very
one.
nice. Very
Oh
nice.
yeah.
The
Those
Ghost
are good
Rider
ones.
one or the Howard the Duck. They're nice.
Frost. Ghost Rider. All right. So we've got the 2 names left. We've got Moto and we've got M3. M3 was here, so he's still going to be part of the game. And Moto, you're still here, and it's going to come down for either one of you to win.
Big boy. Thanos. Here we
Thanos,
go.
absolutely. So here we go.
Do that.
There's 2 names left. Let's get it. Who is it? Fumbling. Who's it going to be?
It looks like.
I want it to be the guy that's here, but I feel like it's M3.
I think it's Moto.
I will tell you this. Their name starts with an M. Moto.
Oh, yes,
Moto
the guy who's
Viper.
here. Nice.
If
Great
you're
call.
interested, Moto, this is yours, my dude. This would be
Nice.
yours. And M3.
Ooh, why Bruce left?
And probably the kids. Ah!
Nice.
Damn.
Oh,
Heartless.
Thanos just
Cold-blooded.
dusted your ass.
Ooh, that's harsh.
He
That's
just
hard.
snapped your ass.
That's harsh.
He
Oh,
did the
shoot. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? And listen, it has to be the guy that's here, and that's why it's cool that it's Moto. Got to be the guy in the room.
There you
got
go.
one more
Bruce.
talk?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. That's
Got to
good.
be the guy in the room.
So 1, 2, 3.
So
4,
everybody
5.
that was here that won, which is awesome, and so that's cool.
Push me, baby.
Oh, come on.
Oh, this way.
I feel like I didn't write one of them down. No, hold on.
Which one? Which prize?
Oh, the one I just did.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
Yes, it would.
Pinch.
All right, there you go, you guys. That is the
Wacky.
450 plus giveaway.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Pretty awesome. I enjoyed that. I think the things were worth giving away. It wasn't just like, oh, here's a cool trading card of something. Like, I tried to make it interesting.
That was
And
cool as shit. No, that was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Dude. That was awesome.
so thank you guys so much for that. And like I said, I'm going to drop my number in the chat now. Everybody that is won something or just wants my number to reach out and talk anytime, feel free to take it. So
Dick pics are welcomed.
Hey, no, listen. You know what Ace phone number is, baby? Guess what?
Any
Ace
other
phone number
Hey,
is?
photographs.
004.
That's what I'm
our phone
talking
number
about.
is.
Yeah.
if anybody sends
you did
me
it.
dick pics,
You did
I
it.
am
You put
rightfully
that
going to
number-
send them to the rest of you.
No, you put your number in a public chat. You're a
Yeah.
madman.
I don't give a shit.
Madman.
Next fumbling, wait for
Hey,
the 500
well, now, you
giveaway
know
because
what?
then I'm
You
gonna
know what?
I'm gonna put my social
Yeah.
security number out there.
Nice.
Hey, actually, ask Bruce. Bruce has done this. He's put his phone number in the chat. Have you ever got a weird call, Bruce?
No.
Okay, Bruce has done it
I
a
don't
few
believe him.
times. So
Hey, you know what? It's easy to just move on and ignore it. I get bill collectors calling about tax evasion and stuff like that, to where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what? So if I get unsolicited dick pics, it's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
the same thing at that point.
And you know how you can pay your tax bill? By sending them cryptocurrency, because like everybody, that's what you would do naturally.
yeah.
That's naturally, yes.
That's why.
Mhm.
I don't know
Hey,
why that. I thought that was legitimate.
Who's home?
Bianca.
Oh,
so there you go, you guys. Reach out at any point. I am going to.
A big hand to Ace.
Who
Ace,
my hand?
Ace, big shout out to Ace tonight for really doing it
Yeah,
right,
man,
dude.
absolutely. You know, I don't have any other social media or anything like that. So doing this, the YouTube stuff, like we've said in the past, it's a great therapy session, honestly. And I didn't break the bank saying to myself, I better do a giveaway because that's what other YouTubers do, and I have to capitalize on it. It's like, no, I can do it that accommodates me. And this was a lot of fun, and it was. I kind of can't wait to get to 500 just to do it again.
You done it good, dude. You done it good. Good for you.
So, but it will be by the time some of you guys I already have, like Roughshod, I've got your address. Bruce, Kaz, I've got your guys' address. I think that's it for right now. But once I get everybody else's address, it'll probably be like a week after we communicate is when I'll mail everything out. So you guys know. So, and then I will also provide you guys with the tracking number too, so that way you can stay on top of your gifts.
Bruce, what are you doing with a goddamn gravel in the middle of nowhere?
he's ready to flex.
Right, that's what I was
got
waiting to finish my sentence.
2.5 hours before the flex, and he's laying down the law.
He's out there judging the kids on the playground.
Yeah, they were out here playing with it.
Put your hand out. Put your hand out. No, Dad. Put your hand out.
Bam!
Put your motherfucker. Give me your fucking decal. Give
Now,
me your kneecap.
Roughshod, when you said you wouldn't open this, why wouldn't you open this?
I don't know, man. I would go. You know what? Before you open it, go to eBay, man. Just make sure it ain't worth something.
Smart.
See, that I get scared doing that, because then once I do that, I feel like I want to do that with everything I want to get rid of. And then once I do that, I'm like, oh, it's worth everything. I got to find that right seller.
Yeah, but
Like, I have no idea. This stuff that I just gave away, I have no idea what the actual value of it is now.
I
don't really, but if it made what we did here, this, little enjoyment, everybody laughing, having a good time, that's the value to me of what those are. So and I'm not gonna give away anything that I know is worth.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the only reason I said is because the Superman one I got, my best friend that actually gave me that.
She already knows.
The Superman version.
See, she changed that whole motherfucking fast.
It wasn't until later I realized the damn thing is worth like $70 or $80.
Yeah.
Like shit, I ain't gonna take it out the box now.
Oh, Ace, you got an autograph request.
I see that. I thought I popped the thing up, but it disappeared. I might have hit it too quick. There we go. Yeah, man. I'll sign it, and you'll be. I mean, I'll be famous, but you'll be famous by just knowing me.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, Moto Viper. Yeah, it's all you, my guy. It literally was just me wanting to just literally give back to you guys that have helped support my moments where I've had like my downtime where I'm like, I don't know if I'm feeling this anymore. And then you guys have literally been, a supportive system of like, no, we get that you're feeling down, but don't give up on the thing that you're enjoying, because we enjoy it too. And then I'm realizing, wow, when I started the YouTube thing, like my first videos were not YouTube videos. They were like 3 random things that I did. Like one of them was me chasing my daughter around the backyard, and I just put it up on YouTube just to see how to upload a video and what it would do. The second one was me recording a little animatronic werewolf during Christmas time. And then the third thing I posted was the voice actor David Hayter, who was the voice actor of Solid Snake in like the Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah.
I posted a cameo that he did for me on YouTube, but they weren't with any intentions of being like, yes, this is the start of a YouTube channel. It literally all came from like, I don't have any friends I really want to talk to about toys. I'm just going to post this and see who else is out there like this. And here we are. Like, I literally have, you know, you guys that I think of on almost a daily basis, because whether I'm looking at toys themselves and thinking, oh, Roughshod just saw this, or see something Star Wars and think of Fumbling, or I'm on Temu and I'm thinking of fucking Bruce and Kaz. It's like, my channel has become way bigger than me now. And I thank you guys for that.
I ain't no problem, man. It's a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of good.
It's you. Like, people come for the toys, but if they come for you, dude, right?
I appreciate that.
Toys are there.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
100%. So.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Right. So.
Bruce wants a what? A sign, a signature in blood? Oh, but whose blood?
He'll do it. Don't tell him.
Don't sign anything.
No.
I keep
Don't
a bag
sign
of frozen.
anything, Ace.
I keep a bag of frozen blood in my freezer. Whose blood do you need?
No.
No, like semen. Send it to him.
Oh, boy.
NTNA.
Oh. Oh, the semen.
No.
I don't know if the signature will hold, but it definitely be it'll be potent.
I think that's what Diddy signed his life to when he made that deal with the devil.
Oh shit.
Hey, has anybody been actually following the Diddy trial at all, or no?
Yes.
Whatever they say on the radio every once in a
Okay.
while.
Whatever they're reporting.
I just saw a thumbnail of like how they do like the illustrations because they can't have cameras and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And it was Diddy sitting at the stand, and then there was an illustration of The Rock.
Yeah.
Has The Rock literally been pulled into this?
Oh yeah, like
No.
dude, there are
I didn't hear anything about The Rock. No.
not The Rock. But
Okay,
there's been
I didn't know
all sorts of celebrities.
Who?
No,
Boy,
not
because I was
I
thinking,
haven't heard anything about it.
Like Kid Cudi got called in one
Yeah,
day. And,
Cuddy Car got
Yeah.
caught
yeah, and then all
Oh,
sorts of.
shit. Broke into his house. They crazy, man.
Diddy's a psycho.
man,
Well,
that's just crazy. That's absolutely insane.
I listened to these reporters. They said that two girls that came in and they was like in the back row where like the media and the journalists go and stuff, that they said that they made him the Illuminati sign, and he turned around and made like a love heart symbol to them like this, and they was like doing this to him, two of them, and after that they just got up and walked out. They said it was some of the weirdest shit they've ever seen.
No shit.
No shit. No shit.
but you know what? You don't get away. Listen, I'll say this, and it's the same with Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly and everything. You don't get away with that for that long without a lot of
No,
complicity.
yeah, absolutely.
without
Oh,
a
he's
lot of
highly
people-
connected.
Yeah. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
he's highly
men,
connected.
women, like everybody, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes the idea of like he's the one on trial for all this shit, but then like all of his constituents that were surrounded around him that agreed to it or turned a blind eye. It's like, man, you people are morally corrupt.
Yeah,
And-
but you know what? This case, if they really wanted to get him for like the RICO charge and stuff, that they would bring in like everybody's lawsuits, but this one is just about him and Cassie, and so they say it feels
Hey.
like everybody's just telling the nasty ass stories. Nobody gives like a fuck what really happens to him. They just want to get all the nasty stuff out there so that people think weird about him. But I don't know. I think if they really wanted to get him, they would get him with all the stuff that he's been charged of,
For
because
sure.
you know, his bodyguard dropped a lawsuit. Cassie dropped a lawsuit all at the same time, but the other ones, like they're not even saying anything about him. So I think it's a little bit weird.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for sure.
This girl named Rotten Mango, she has like 3 reporters who go with her, and I listen to her every single day when she goes for the trial. She said that the first couple of days when Cassie was telling her story, like Diddy was acting real weird. Like he kept looking at her and like, you know, trying to make like hard eyes towards her and stuff, you know.
Mm.
And then when everybody else got on, like the male stripper that they had, when he got on, they said that he was like ramrod still, like he didn't even move, he didn't blink or anything. They said it was like a weird shift in his energy, you know. And I was like, oh, it's weird to think about.
Yeah.
Cassie gonna go into labor on that.
You know what? You know what the Diddy.
She already did. She already had the baby. She had it like 3 days after she testified, 4 days after she testified. She already did.
I knew it.
The Diddy case reminds me similar. There's similarities to this, and I'll explain it. But it reminds me of when back in the day when the whole steroid thing came out. You know, they caught up Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, all them baseball players, but they caught them up because of this one doctor. And there was a lot more names connected to that doctor. And when they brought all the shit out, it wasn't about Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire anymore. It was about a whole slew of players. So a whole bunch of people got drug into that shit because, you know, the whole steroid thing. It's just real eerily similar that you got Diddy. Now, anybody that's ever been to a fucking Diddy party
Yep.
is now basically either a suspect or a victim.
Or a victim.
Epstein, that's the Epstein effect, right? The Epstein
And most people haven't said anything about it. They have not even acknowledged it or said anything because they all know that they're on like camera being at Diddy parties, the white parties, all that stuff.
There's gonna be one. There's gonna be one that's gonna bust it open. Everybody's gonna start pointing the finger at everybody.
It's already started. It's already like they're already bringing in like the male strippers. They're bringing in like everybody. So it's getting kind of wild right now. When Kid Cudi came on, we already knew some shit was about to pop off.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I'm not going down the. Listen, I gotta be honest with you. You can't look. I mean, Trump was at Epstein Island. A lot of famous people at Epstein Island. To make the argument that everybody that's ever been to a Diddy event was somehow complicit.
No, yeah, that's not right. Obviously, we know that.
Yeah.
So until I hear from someone who's actually someone believable, like a male stripper, like okay, and like that dude is not credible, right? I don't care if he's telling the truth or not. That's not the credibility I want to see. I want to see
and
somebody.
Actually, let me say you straight on something else. Trump never went to Epstein Island. They only had relations in Mar-a-Lago, ever.
Either way, like guilty by association.
I get
Guilty by association. Guilty by association, always. Guilty by association, always. Yep.
Yeah.
I tell my teenage daughter the same thing. You are the friends you keep. That's it.
Totally. So I mean, it's, and a lot of people have made conclusions, but only because you know somebody doesn't mean you. A lot of people had dinner with fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. Did they think he was eating people back home? No.
Even his neighbor just thought he was a weird motherfucker, you know?
Right. Like.
Well, but it puts a stigma to it because, like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But there's an episode where Diddy is in it. He plays like this weird, I'll just say doctor, for lack of better terms, and he's super funny episode. Like I can't discredit the episode because of what he's done. It's his role in it is very funny, but since I've rewatched that episode with everything that's come out, I look at it and I'm like, did any of these actors that were with, like, are these people weird now? And that's not fair to them.
After he did that role, that's when later on that night, that man busted on Cassie and then he licked the cum off his chest.
Oh my God.
He's into
it. Crazy, yo. That shit's crazy, bro. You licked another man's cum.
But the craziest part was when the stripper went on Pierce Morgan. When nobody went on Pierce Morgan, you done told the whole damn world. Now everybody and their mama knows.
Everyone knows Diddy's.
Well, we all knew Diddy was crazy anyway, but now we really know. Like you made sure, even if they don't follow the Diddy case, they know he's nasty.
It's insane.
It is, and you know what It's funny because like there are a lot of rappers like for a while.
Goddamn jigaboo music down, boy.
But there's a lot of
goddamn jigaboo music.
Bruce, you wrong, Bruce.
What is going on?
ridiculous.
You wrong, Bruce. You don't want to hear that.
My God. Did he really just say that?
You don't want to hear that.
Bruce, when I yell that at my neighbors, I'm often looked at like, you son of a bitch. What did you say?
Don't say that to me.
That's staying in the country voice though.
Yeah, but there's lots of rappers who tried to tell us that Diddy was weird way long time ago. You know, there were so many, and all of them ended up like not being anybody in the end. And it's weird that like they're coming back now. I was like, I tried to tell y'all. So
Yeah.
some people already knew. Some people had no idea. They were just attending parties that they thought was awesome, and you know they get roped into some crazy shit. And then there were some that would stay for the after party, like Diddy called it.
Yeah, but listen, I mean,
Right.
look, we're not here to judge people's sexual preferences. Like this,
We
is
don't
not
give a
the
shit what
debate.
they
I
do.
don't give a
If
shit
you're
about
doing
that.
it consensually as a grown
Correct.
adult, who cares?
Correct.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Right. So
But when
listen,
you're forcing
what I
her,
want to see is where's the crime. So if there's a crime, there's a crime. But if right now, to me, the whole thing has been about trying to shame him for sexual preferences. I don't care about the man's sexual preferences. Where's the crime, though?
the crime is the coercion for everybody.
Right.
Like
So
they, like
Right.
that's the
So-
crime. Like he
so the
had so
male
much
stripper,
power.
but the male stripper, you're gonna try to convince me that guy who takes off his clothes for a living and went to
Yeah,
somebody's house to take off his clothes.
He said it was all consensual. He said
Right.
that.
So why am I hearing from this guy?
But this guy
Right.
knows for a fact, he's seen it with his own two eyes that Cassie was being forced. He said it. He said there were multiple times that he would beat her.
Oh yeah. No. But we saw the video of him in the hotel dragging
Right,
her
right,
like a rag.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I don't think there's any question he abused her. But
Right.
why is that other stuff? That's what I'm saying. Like
Because
like
it
you
just
said,
shows the level of depravity. See, it shows the level of depravity because at some point when you're coercing every single person around you, you got blackmail, you're beating on the hairstylist, you're hunting her down in her other friend's house. Like I've been
Right.
following that shit super closely, you know, and there's like proof for all this shit they're talking about. When you're at such a depraved level that you're willing to hunt down everybody, you're doing her stylist and everybody, you there's a crime, buddy. You're doing some extra shit. You think you're a kingpin of everybody around here, you need to be stopped. And just beating on your girlfriend doesn't amount to 25 years to life, but being a tyrant to everybody around you and making them do sexually depraved things makes you a tyrant. It makes you a
No, I
tyrant.
understand that, but in the court of law, like, and I know this very well, in a court of law, it doesn't mean there's no difference between him being an asshole and being like a tyrant and the crime that he committed. So I understand they're painting a picture, but like you said at the beginning, and I agree with you, this is more about clickbaiting. It's more about clickbaiting, and now people are making judgments about his.
I think the mainstream media is about making it clickbaiting, but when you listen to people's testimonies, when the girl that I listen to, there's no cameras allowed. So what they do is she has 3 reporters, they each take very detailed notes, and at the end they cross-reference to make sure that they got the story right? So this is like independent journalism at its best. When you listen to these people tell these stories and they get upset and they feel like he was beating us, like he was forcing us, and it makes you be like, okay, well, actually, he might be doing some illegal shit for real, like that might actually be a crime. So,
but he's on trial for.
I know, and that's why I said they should bring the other lawsuits into it because this does not go to a RICO charge. None of this, and we all understand that. We all understand that what this is showing the level of depravity, right? So. That's just all there is to it. But if they bring in the other lawsuits that everybody has filed, he's going to get a RICO charge. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Everybody has said the coercion, the money payoffs, the I'll beat the fuck out of you if you don't keep your mouth shut. Like that type of stuff. That stuff's illegal. You can't do that.
I mean, sex trafficking, is that what he's been charged with?
No, he hasn't been charged with it.
I think this is just assault.
This is assault.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
It's an assault charge. He's in court. They're gonna drag his name through the mud. They're gonna find every little dirty thing he's done. That's all that shit's gonna come out.
Right.
Because
That's
they
what
wanted,
it is.
They wanted to stick because he's done did so much shady ass shit that they
and
wanted
he pays
to
off.
stick.
Right.
No, I understand they're paying.
Right, Rupshot. I get that. And he pays off everybody. Like he has so much money that money is not an object.
Pays off, intimidate, the whole 9 yards, man.
Everything. He does it all. And that's what the people are telling in their testimonies. They're sitting there having these emotional recounts of like, he chased me into a bathroom in a barber shop, like what the
You got an NSO, he can't move.
And then from a business standpoint, having him fall, man, is you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want him to fall, and this is going to be it.
No, and exactly. I think it's more, and this is just my little, 2 cents of a thought. I think it's more of like an example of like, let's, knock a celebrity that's as high as he is down and
Well,
but again, why not bring all those other charges or those other examples or whatever to really amplify the criminal aspect
They
of
can't.
him?
They can't. They cannot
No?
mash them together. Nope, they can't mash them
Mm.
together because they're all from different people for different things. They would have to do each individual. This is why they're going so hard with this one, because they would have to mash every single one in together, and it would be years long process. Like, I mean, people have dropped
Yeah.
people have dropped lawsuits that are like, 7-8 pages long, like, telling all the things that he's done. So because we've all seen him beat the fuck out of her in the hallway, because we all know he's fucking depraved, they're going to come and they're going to make this charge stick. And I don't think that I don't think you'll get as much time as what we all think, but I think they want to change his public persona because everybody thinks he's so good. And then
look, what it is it's just we're starting to see a trend coming out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or, well, celebrities. I won't say Hollywood altogether. Celebrities. We starting to see a trend with these guys and girls, whoever, because there can be other people involved. That they I would say for me, it all started with Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
He got caught up doing some shady stuff that sounds a lot like Diddy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Who else out there did some shady shit? Help me, baby.
Harvey Weinstein.
Huh?
Harvey Weinstein.
We've gone off the rails.
Harvey Weinstein was called the fuck up.
Bring it back, Fumbling. Bring it back.
Epstein, whoever.
Come back, toy people.
Yeah.
Moto said, "How about the stories?" He said, "Shut the fuck up about Epstein. We don't care."
And Diddy for like the last 10 minutes is like, yo, what about them Joes? What about them toys?
Oh man, I forgot. R. Kelly too. The same.
I was just, I was just joining the conversation.
No.
I don't mind it at all.
Not at all. Do not take that like
your toy people are like, shut that shit up.
Hey, it's happening, man. I mean, it's.
I think we're more used
what
to.
About them Joes?
Oh, I think we're more used to Kaz's stream being like the all over conversation.
Kaz is the one that crosses. Yeah.
Yeah, and yours is just voice. Yeah, I can understand.
Well,
but I don't mind it. Because I'm the one that instigated because I asked the question because I am a curious person and I know other people know more than me, and I do find it absolutely fascinating.
Good.
But I don't really mind.
It's just a scary trend that's being shown, that folks in power and money, man, they've done
depraved things. Yep, I'm with you, and it's really coming to the light now. Like everybody is starting to see, like, oh yeah, it's all of y'all. It ain't just like one or two of y'all. It's all of y'all.
Okay, I just want to say now, if ever I become really wealthy, I'm gonna do really depraved things.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to pay as many people as I can to not tell
Make them all sign NDAs. Everybody.
I just want you guys to know, all right?
Remember,
man.
I can see it now. Fumbling going to have a lady that just barks like a dog all the time.
Wow, dude. At the very least.
Got a leash on all day.
Oh, yeah.
A big dog. A big dog.
Now, the difference is I may pay them to beat me, but I am on the
No.
That's Fumbling. That's the only way, brother.
Oh, Fumbling.
That's the only way.
Are you guys old enough to remember that viral video? I don't know. I'm an office guy, obviously. But like 20 years ago, there was a viral video that went around all the offices around the world of a guy smiling. And as the camera slowly faded out, this dominatrix was just holding him in the nuts. And the guy was like,
no.
It was, dude, like there's something for everybody, right? It's just like, holy shit, right? Like,
absolutely.
I
didn't know I was sexually attracted to giant green women until I saw She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, send that my way, please.
Like, get that rib. Yeah. Moto Viper. I agree with Moto Viper though. Those pops that you gave away tonight, dude,
Are you serious?
they were all home runs. The Django, the Howard, and I didn't even know they did a Ghost Rider.
Oh man, some of the Funkos that I still have, I mean, personally, I think they're really fucking badass. Like I've got a bunch of different Stan Lee ones. I've got, which personally one of my favorite ones is
Head up there.
Chadwick Boseman's first Black Panther one.
Oh yeah, nice.
So I still have that. I have Tom Holland's first Spider-Man one where he has Captain America's shield from the movie Civil War. I've got a bunch of different Doctor Strange ones. I've got a handful of Marvel characters that are all consumed by Venom. So I've got like a Venomized Hulk, a Venomized Kingpin, Venomized Doctor Strange.
And do they do like the veins are like black?
Yeah.
That's cool.
What else do I got? I got the Daredevil Netflix show ones. I've got Thanos where he's dressed as the Punisher and he's holding like a rocket launcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
The boss.
I've got the jumbo ones.
Yep, I had one of those.
Yeah, so I've got the Harry Potter ones. So Harry,
oh, cool.
Voldemort, and Dumbledore. That's the only pops I have. Yeah. But they're huge. They're like 20 inches. They're huge.
I'm surprised you don't have Snape.
Severus, I have in a smaller version, but I don't have the. Is there a jumbo Snape?
Static. Fuck no.
I could imagine. I feel like there's something out.
I didn't think they made him jumbo.
They might not. But the fact that you have a smaller one, yeah, that makes sense.
And I have the SH Figure Arts Snape. That's
okay.
Mint.
Nice.
Yeah, they cast the new guy for Snape now in the new show, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Alan Rickman will always be my Snape, but I hope he does well. And I know people are crapping on him because he's African American, but there's no reason.
Yeah,
there's no reason to.
Well, I think I'm going to throw my comment out there on this because I've tried to take the idea from a storyline point of view.
Yeah.
And tried to make sense of race swapping that specific character. Now, usually I don't have much of an opinion on this shit because I really don't care at the end of the day.
At all.
I don't really care what color Snape is. He could be Asian. This conversation still has weight to it. Doesn't matter, again, what color he is. I think, though, the problem... They could do it in the movie and they can make it a positive. But I feel like it's a really hard narrative to do. And I feel the Marvel comics or the Marvel movies are going to try doing the same thing with the X-Men with Magneto and making him black as well. So in the story, Snape, when he's a kid, he's teased and picked on, right?
Tormented by James Potter, yeah.
Do you think you can add your pros or your cons to this, however you want? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if they take that and make it a narrative in the movie? So instead of whatever the main reasons he was picked on in the books, they now say he's picked on because he was a different color or a different class because of that color.
If you don't do it right, you're right. If you don't do it correctly, you are left with people interpreting it as potentially race versus class, which in the book is very much about class, right? And being awkward and that kind of. So no, I agree with you. It's an interesting choice. I trust because they made that choice that they're going to do it right. I trust that because it's such an important part of the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, would any of us be surprised if they completely bungle the whole fucking thing either, right? Like it's
no, I wouldn't.
What's up, TKD bar? He wants the link.
Oh, I didn't even see that comment. Yeah, dude, I'll drop that link.
Okay, all right. It's kind of still on the subject, but a different show. So, did y'all see the finale of The Last of Us?
Yeah.
No, sir.
Oh man.
Yes.
You can talk about it though. Go ahead.
It's
Yes.
shit, man, because okay, so in the game,
There
Ellie,
you go, TK.
okay, it's fucking all right. So there's a part at the end,
Oh,
towards the end of the finale, where she ends up like the whole shit. She gets marooned on this island real quick with the crazies or whatever, and they get ready to string her ass up. But then there's like a siren in the background, and at the last second, they all just leave the fuck on, right? And then she continues on, and then she ends up killing the pregnant girl and the one dude, right?
Right.
So, but in the game, the part where she goes to the island, it wasn't her. It was Abby that went to that island and with the crazy people. But like, this is important. So they character swap.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be Abby on that bitch, and then to make it so bad, that scene in the game is a pivotal moment of the introduction of a new character.
Mm-hmm.
She gets saved by someone else. She gets saved by a whole nother. She gets saved by someone else.
What's up, TK?
It's like a trans
Yo, what
character
up, man?
that she gets saved by, and she's a big part of the motherfucking a big part of the story. So like, how do you introduce this new character? So you had the wrong character at the island, and then you chose that, and you skipped introducing a main character from the game. So where the fuck do you go from here? How are you going to introduce this other character that actually saved her?
I don't know that they will, because Brian Kurtzman is on record as saying they're specifically variating from the game in some important ways. Because you don't want to be tied down to the narrative of the game either.
Yeah, but it's a big character though.
No, I agree with you, dude. I think a lot of people are surprised by it, but having said that, I think his problem is that he stuck so closely to the game in the first season, to deviate so hard in the second season does seem like a very curious creative choice.
It makes no fucking sense. And then, okay, fine, cool. Let's just say you want to deviate a little bit. Okay, all right, cool. But that whole scene of her getting marooned was pointless. It was a 2-second scene. It was like, what was even the point? And like, it was stupid.
That was a shitty finale. That was a shitty finale. I just gotta say that. Just generally.
Now,
what's up, TK Bar?
What's up, everyone? How y'all been?
What's up?
Good to see everybody.
Good.
Good to see
TK,
everybody.
Did you see
I
what
see
you
Bruce
won?
is in his car too.
What's that?
Hell yeah.
Oh, Bruce.
TK, did you end up seeing what you won for a prize, brother?
No.
Oh, TK, you won a prize, bro.
We all won penis enlargers.
Papa Fett. Papa Fett.
Oh,
I like it.
Yes, you do.
Wow, what a great prize.
there you go, Mickey. Now, Bruce, though, with the way they ended the show, putting her on the island, that's going to completely change what happens in season 2?
No, it's not her. Sorry, go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah. It wasn't even supposed to be her that went there. That was supposed to be the introduction of another character. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I guess they're just gonna skip that, adding that other character altogether.
Or just bring her in a different way, right?
When I saw like the monster, the title of it called like the monster or something, I was hoping they were gonna show the cordyceps. That was when I thought they were gonna show like in the game there's like a cordyceps, but it's like a bunch of those zombies have been like festering in this basement for like all these years. So there's like 27 of them melded together, and Ellie has to fight it, and then like there's pieces of them peeling off of each other and chasing her and shit. Like, I thought they were going to show that epic fucking monster. I didn't know.
So you don't even get to see that?
No.
Huh?
So you don't even get to see that?
No, they don't even do it.
No.
See, I don't know anything about that game.
Right.
So you can't really disappoint me. But the way Bruce just described that shit, that I was like, whoa, I want to see that.
It would be
And then he let
fucking
me down.
I thought that's what was gonna be in the when I saw monster in the title, I was like, hell yeah, this shit is gonna be so fucking tight.
Is that in the game though? A monster like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. It was a bunch of
Really?
them. They just been festering in this basement, just like gooey and nasty, and just like it's like 20 of them.
You're gonna call me an idiot, but like I have the game and I've played it like up until maybe like an hour's worth of the video game, and then I was like, I'm just so fucking bored of this. But I might have to get into it now. I might have to dip my toes back into that water.
Yeah, they changed it up.
Clint
It's a lot more
at
room, a lot
Clint
spacious.
at He Coming tonight, Bruce. Clint at He Coming tonight, Bruce.
Clint,
What?
is he coming?
There's a lot
Kaz
more
in the
spread
chat.
out.
Clint at He Coming tonight.
They're supposed to say is.
I feel like are they talking about a Diddy party afterwards? What is it? Like, what's going on?
Do you know a
Of
Clint,
course.
Bruce?
Oh,
Diddy
you
party.
What?
Do you know Clint?
Clint
Yeah, do you know him?
Strauss.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know. Kaz, you put Clint at coming. Clint at he coming tonight, Bruce.
I didn't see. I see the comments. You know, I can't see the comments. Oh, Clint.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that. I was gonna say I only know one Clint. Okay.
Is he coming?
Yeah.
Is he coming tonight?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go, Kaz. We figured it out, bro.
Who else is going, man? It's been a party at Kaz and Bruce's lately.
For
No,
real.
shit.
As far as I knew, it was just me and Elizabeth. I didn't know that Clint was coming.
You can't all be in that one room, man. It's gonna
How?
tip over eventually.
How? How?
Four people.
Yo,
That kind-
Very carefully.
Yeah.
yeah.
and
Last
Graybeard
week
and
when
Virgo were
the
there.
whole army showed up, I was like, how the fuck are they gonna fit into that room right now? There was like
Very
8 of
carefully.
them.
Is that a separate space from the
Virgo
house?
was all like, "Where's my seat?"
Yep.
She took Kaz's
No,
spot for a
no,
minute.
It's actually
it's part of the house.
Is it like
Kaz.
an addition?
No, Kaz put a wall. He built a wall. He walled it off.
wall.
And Mexico paid for it.
Yeah.
Ay.
Yeah.
So he
But
walled
hey,
it off.
trust me, it's real easy to get across. It's real easy to get across.
It is very easy to get across. They got Born in East LA on Tubi right now.
That's hilarious.
Amazing film,
Epic
man.
movie. Epic
I love
movie.
that
Amazing
movie,
film,
dude.
dude.
Dude, I never hear anybody mention that fucking movie. That's awesome.
Dude,
That
at the
shit's
end, when
crazy.
he charges, he leads all the Mexicans back into the U.S.
It's great.
Yeah,
We come into
Just gets up and he's like, I'm
America.
fucking going for it.
Frank.
I was born in East LA.
Said the one.
Hey, shout out
Dude,
to his like his brother or cousin or whatever, Paul Rodriguez, who was in the house
Yeah,
thinking
thinking-
Jesus was talking to
Thinking
his
Jesus
ass.
is talking to him like, what do you have, mijo? Oh, yo tengo un tall boy. And he's got the little bit.
Paul Rodriguez is
That shit was funny as hell.
Oh shit, man. He's like, are you being good, mijo? You're not getting into trouble, are you? And he
There
thinks
it
it's
is,
Jesus
there it
talking
is.
to him with the lenticular eyes, dude.
Oh, there it is.
Oh hell yeah, Ace! That's
Nice.
awesome.
Hell
Dude,
yeah,
Ace,
man.
I was watching a Danny Trejo video
At the
the
end of
other
the
day on YouTube, and I was scrolling through the comments, and it was from years ago, and it had one of your comments in it, dude. You had like a few hundred likes.
Oh, is that right?
Oh man, I wonder what the comment was. But I'm a huge Cheech Marin
Something-
fan. I love Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, shout out to the dude. TKD will remember this. The guy that caught Cheech and sent him across the border, man. The fucking guy from Airwolf. It was the guy
John
from
Vincent
fucking
Michael?
Airwolf.
Yeah.
Or Ernest Bernal.
John Michael Vincent, I think is his name.
Yeah, John Michael Vincent. Yeah.
And
He's
Cheech was
the-
all
he's
like,
Jan
the-
Michael
he's the
Vincent.
ICE
Rude to
cop.
me, too, if
He's
I'm
the
being
Border
honest.
Patrol cop that sent him across.
Jan
Is
Michael
that right?
Vincent.
Is that right?
Yes.
oh, Jan Michael Vincent.
John Michael Vincent.
Jan
Yeah.
Michael
that's-
Vincent.
He
The
died.
12
a
Jan
horrible
Michael
death,
Vincents
dude.
in one
Yes.
movie.
Really?
Yes,
Jan
TK.
Michael Vincent. What do you get when Jan Michael Vincent and
Fucking
Jan
Rick and
Michael
Morty,
Vincent-
man, making that shit relevant.
Do you know what his name
Yeah,
was
dude.
in Airwolf?
That whole thing was a riff. That whole
Yeah.
commercial, that whole trailer was a riff.
I don't recall his name what his name was for Airwolf.
I can't remember the first name, but it was something Strongfellow. Like it was like such an '80s Eagle Strongfellow or something. I was like,
Oh, they tried to
my
make him native.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
He died.
All I know
listen, he died horribly. That guy. He drank himself to death.
Really?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
All I'm known for is Airwolf. I can't
Yeah.
see it anymore.
There, Ian Marley's
Dude,
finger.
you were sitting right in front of Ernest fucking Borgnine, man. Come on.
Their daddy told their daddy.
Shit.
Yeah. Who the hell just texted me is?
Oh, you don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh. I didn't even know when to go.
Hey, I speaking of Ernest Borgnine, just because I said his name, I remember that freaky movie he did way back in the day when he was
Which one?
the pilot
I'll play with their toys.
of a commercial passenger jet that crashed,
Not enough.
and his ghost started showing up on other planes. His ghost showed up on other planes because they took the parts of the wreckage and reused them.
I don't remember that one.
Shit.
I don't
No
either.
shit.
Was
Yeah,
that
I
amazing?
can't remember what that was called.
That sounds
was
like
Spring
amazing.
Fellow
Yeah, my
Hawk.
mind went to
Thank you,
Amazing
Frank.
Stories first.
Frank,
With
you're
the
best. Spring
cartoon,
Fellow Hawk.
the cartoon tire. He like willed a cartoon tire to save his
Oh
life.
yeah, I remember
Yeah, it was
that.
Amazing
Yeah, he was
I don't
on
know
the
that
Stories,
one
wasn't it?
either.
B-52 bomber.
Yeah.
Amazing Stories.
Amazing Stories. I don't
think
know
that's
that
what it
one.
was.
It's like
That
an
ain't no.
anthology.
The one I was talking about though. It's a movie, I think.
It's a movie.
Wasn't he the cab driver in Escape from LA?
Yep. Escape from New York.
Was it Escape from New York he was in? I get them mixed up, but he was the cab driver in one of them.
I think it's Escape from New York. Yes.
Yeah.
And he was, of course, in the Poseidon Adventure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
mean,
can't
many,
remember
many.
the name of the airplane movie it was called, man. It was called like Flight 7.
Fuck, I know what
Seven
movie you're
something.
talking about, dude.
But
I
he
do
was
know
a
the
he was a
movie.
pilot, and I think this was a legitimate freaking thing that happened. Actually, it like happened that a plane crashed and they used the parts, the good parts that they could.
Oh, you mean like Flight of the Phoenix? Like
Huh?
one of those?
Say it again.
Like Flight of the Phoenix?
No, older than that. Older, 80s. We're going back to the 80s.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Possibly
Dude,
older than that.
I was gonna
but-
say, here we all are with like internet access, and we're trying
I
to
know.
guess like it's
Oh, yeah,
1990.
I'm gonna stop because
I can't check it out because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
on
looking
You know,
it
it
up.
makes me think.
I'm looking
I
it
was
up.
I've been re-watching old like Howard Stern shows from like back in the 90s and shit, where they literally,
Yeah.
when they're asking each other questions, they can't refer to their cell phones and stuff. And I was just thinking today, I'm like, man, we don't live in a world like that anymore, but here we are living in that world still.
That world
Yeah.
was kind of fun though, you know?
Yeah, it was, man. Like,
Because people really
between-
knew shit. They really knew shit. If you knew it, you knew it. Now
Yeah.
everyone's a fucking nostalgia fucking nerd. Nobody knew shit back then. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
100%.
All these fake ass geeks just showed up like, oh yeah, I love the X-Men. Like, bro, no, you don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
I just feel you there, bro.
So Graybeard, we were both right. So he was in the Flight of the Phoenix, and the one you're talking about is called The Ghost of Flight 401.
Yes.
The Ghost of Flight 401.
Yes.
It was a TV movie,
Okay.
Come on, you
Oh,
old
okay.
fool.
but I remember him in Flight of the Phoenix. That's why I was like,
You know what image always sticks with me, man? Old
That makes
school
me-
planes in the 80s, the opening of Monster Squad when Dracula was in that fucking plane. That
Oh,
shit,
shit.
like, that left a mark on me as a kid, dude. Like, oh, Dracula, oh, like, you know what I mean? Fucking scared
Right.
the shit out of me, essay.
I,
All that red light
you know-
they used.
have you
Right.
guys ever seen the Heavy Metal cartoon?
Yeah, buddy.
Of course. Yeah,
Right.
that's a great film, man.
That
So
fucking
fun.
that sequence in the airplane when the zombies are killing everybody in the air
Right.
in the war, right? And you see the blood hitting like that fuck as a kid absolutely rang.
I gotta
me.
rewatch that. I can't recall.
Well,
if
and
I'm
what's
being
interesting is Love, Death, and Robots just did their take on it in the new season, and it's just
Really?
as violent and crazy. Yeah, it's good. But anyway,
Heavy
yeah,
Metal,
that's the
boy.
one.
That was some good stuff, man.
Yeah, Heavy Metal was awesome.
Oh, Heavy Metal was fucking.
I remember, I don't know if it was like the Stars channel or like HBO or whatever, but I remember being a little kid and like flicking through the channels at nighttime, and that was on, and I just remember the big old booby cartoon. And I was like, oh, what is this? Like, I shouldn't be watching this. And then it was on like every single night at the same time. So I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this movie. And then,
dude, late night television as a little kid, it would blow your fucking mind, man.
Dude,
You didn't know these things
real,
existed.
dude.
G-string.
Emmanuel came on. The Blue movies came on. Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's how I learned about so many. I don't want to say like adult things in that nature, but that's how I watched a lot of movies that I know my mom and dad definitely would have been like, no, we're not going to watch that one with you, and you're not watching that one alone. And it's like, all right, I'll figure this out.
G-string.
In France, they had a series of movies called
I remember that.
Emmanuel.
Which one?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Emmanuel.
remember Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I
And
remember
Manuel
Emmanuel.
was a star of Cinemax After Dark.
Where the lady had smoked a cigarette out of her pussy.
Yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff. Because in France,
Number
in
6.
Europe, they have it right. Sex is not rated R. Violence is rated R, right? So Rambo would be rated R, and sex is sex. We all partake. So they don't inverse
most of us.
But anyway,
most of us, DK.
Emmanuel was that was definitely my 80s late night binge when I was a kid. Yes,
that's awesome.
Benny Hill's another one. Yes, Ultra for sure. But
I was just looking for. I have a Don Knotts movie, the Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Hey, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that cartoon with it was Pamela Anderson? It was what's it called?
Barbarella.
Barbarella, yeah.
That was a cartoon.
Cheapo,
wait, no.
Cheapo and something else. They were sharing the gun between each other.
She was like in black, like kind of dominatrix a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Stripperella? Was it Stripperella?
I think it's Barbara, or maybe it was Stripperella.
There was a movie with Pam Anderson in it called Barbed Wire.
Called Barbed Wire.
Yeah, I remember that show. No, but this was a cartoon. And it had like
I never heard of that.
Man, it had the goofy villains that like he was a cheapskate. I think his name was Cheapo. And like this motherfucker, they would like when the gun break, they might have it duct taped together, and then they're like they share the gun. Him and his little sidekick, they share the gun. It was some old goofy shit.
Yeah, Stripperella.
Oh yeah,
Stripperella. Yeah.
That Mike Tyson Mysteries was good too. I like that shit.
That was
funny as hell,
I
man.
like that.
Who? Which one?
That was funny.
The Mike Tyson Mysteries.
It
was like
Adult
Swim.
He'd go and visit Neil Tyson. He'd be like, "Hey y'all, just a warning. My cousin is so annoying. He's such a dork." He hated Neil Tyson Degrassi. It was his cousin. It's like his real cousin.
That's funny.
It was a Mike Tyson version of Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it was funny too.
Basically,
it was funny as shit, dude.
I have that doll. Cassie gave it to me for my birthday one year.
The Mike Tyson from that cartoon.
You know, it's like fucking it's him. It's
That's funny.
from the Mysteries. He's wearing the blue jumpsuit with the white
blue
stripe.
jumpsuit. That's awesome.
When I was in the film industry, I worked with his ex-wife Robin Givens. And
Robin Givens is beautiful.
But not only was she beautiful, but she was all of like 4'9", 5 foot.
Oh, I like that.
She was tiny.
Let me give you a southern. Oh, I like that.
And all I kept thinking was she alleged that he punched her on multiple occasions. And I was like, there's no fucking way you live.
He'd kill her.
Right.
Yeah.
There'd be damage, like severe damage.
She was like 5 foot, 80 pounds. Like he would.
And you know for a fact, without even knowing him, if he was in a fit of rage, there's no pulling his punch. You're getting it.
Yeah.
Like and I remember seeing the TV movie, and they didn't paint a good light of her relationship.
I pull my punches.
But but dude, meeting her in person, I was like, oh my god, I was like anyway, I'm not certainly gonna defend whatever he did, but it's hard to believe. It's hard to.
I like his Simpsons counterpart, Dedrick Tatum.
Yeah. I'm waiting for them to make him start making the celebrities as toys now.
I must insist that you desist.
That's good.
I'm going to fustigate him.
I wonder.
It tripped me out when I found that like Mike Tyson was that much of a comic book fan, like a like a real comic book fan.
Now, you guys have seen his interview when he was here in Toronto, Canada, right? And our stupid reporter asked him about the rape charge in the middle of the interview.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! Yeah,
He
yeah.
said, no.
And he was like, "You're a real piece of shit, aren't you?" He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He fucking went. And anyway, that guy's name is Nathan Downer. We all hate him out here. But anyways, and it was just like, dude, what the fuck are you like? Do you not value life?
Yeah.
I know, right? Like, who the fuck pisses him off?
Like,
Imagine
dude,
him
Mike
just
Tyson
reaching
would
across
literally-
and cuffing him. Oh,
Right. Like, dude, seriously, that was a piece of shit move.
And
Yeah.
that's when it's oof.
Yeah, because I've always admired him because he was able to get past all that shit. He was able to say, "Yeah, that wasn't
his
good,
time,
and
dude.
that's not me anymore." You
Yeah,
know,
he did
like
his time. Yeah.
it's
In
the
the-
opposite of cancel culture, man. Like, you know, admit
Right,
that you did
and-
wrong and move forward.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
you know,
society didn't like
time can
chew him-
heal.
Right, and society didn't chew him up, and just like you said, the cancel culture thing. Like people still talk, like they don't talk negative about the guy at all. Still.
Nope.
Hey y'all, hey, it was simple, you know. He did that part in The Hangover, and all was good. All
It
was good in
feels
the
like
world.
that fucking justified it all. You're right, man.
His
That-
public, his
Frank.
That
Go
and
ahead.
Phil Collins.
His
That was
public
it.
turnaround has been pretty remarkable from a guy who was widely considered to be completely unhinged to kind of
Yeah, he's loaded.
a cultural icon now, right?
Yeah,
He's
for real.
loaded and balanced.
And-
He's my favorite boxer. I mean, everyone says Ali, but Tyson was by far my favorite boxer.
Well,
you
and for
He was way
Tyson
more
to be,
vicious.
and for Tyson to still have like the wherewithal too, like to not be crippled by any sort of like CT or CTE or anything
Hey,
like
that
that.
Because
Is he
who was
not?
going to give him CTE? He only got knocked out like what, twice?
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like even
Yeah.
who knows with like any kind of hit over the years,
No,
especially
anytime you
back
take a
in the
punch to the
'90s.
head, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was rare. It was more rare when he was an inside fighter, man. That shit just would not happen to him.
who was oh man, there was the fucking boxer I was just watching on Howard Stern. I was speaking to him, and now I can't remember his name. Ray Stevens?
Ray Stevens.
Or am I thinking of movie actor? I'm getting him mixed up. No, I forget
Ray
his name.
Stevens is
But
an actor, bro.
yeah. I forget what the boxer's name was, but you know, Howard Stern's talking him up and hyping him up, and I'm like, I can't wait to listen to this interview. Like, I'm pretty excited for this. And the guy comes in, and it's nothing but mumbles, and I'm like, I can't do this. I don't even.
Oh,
Like
And-
a short Sugar Ray Leonard? Ray? Because you think of Ray?
No, not him. He wasn't.
No,
fucked
it
up.
wasn't
Sugar
him.
Ray can talk.
Yeah,
sure.
it
are you
wasn't
thinking
him.
about what's his name that fought Tyson in an exhibition not too long ago?
In an
What's
exhibition.
that boy's name, dude? He's really good.
Jake Paul.
No, he had
Roy
exhibition a
Jones?
few years ago.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. Was it Roy Jones Jr.?
What if y'all?
That sounds
be.
right. That
He's kind
sounds
of
right.
punch drunk a little bit.
I think Roy Jones is okay though. I don't think he's messed up in the head.
Oh,
See,
listen.
I'm familiar with so many names of the boxers, but I can't fucking recall the one I just watched. I
Ultra.
I
I
don't
met
know.
Soka Joe
but-
Frazier in Vegas.
it was hard to listen to that interview. I just couldn't do it, and not out of disrespect, but just because it's like I
gotta let her know.
I can't understand what he's saying, and this isn't really the most easy show to listen to where they're just straight
Yeah.
talking, they're making the jokes, and they're being themselves. So I was like,
The only modern interview I could not listen to was Aaron Rodgers' first visit to Howard Stern. He was such a poor speaker. Every
Yeah.
other word was and he did this a lot and
Yep.
and he was very slow to process his thoughts. It's fucking frustrating. I couldn't listen. And the guy's a whiner. Like I think anyone should fight for what they believe in, right or wrong opinions, But he's so obnoxious.
He's wholly and completely unlikable.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a truly an unlikable human being.
Yeah,
he-
it's just
he
where there's
thinks
smoke,
he's
there's fire,
smarter
dude.
than
His,
people.
I mean,
his whole family, his all the
Jake.
chicks he's been with, yeah, something doesn't add up. But
No.
I wanted to listen to him because I wanted to hear his stance on not getting vaccinated and all that. It was gonna be really good really good interview, and every other ivermectin. So I couldn't listen. I turned it off after like 20 something minutes.
No,
That's
and
the only
he's
modern
arrogant.
interview I couldn't
He's
listen
arrogant and he's pompous. Like he's so unlikable.
to. Yeah,
He is.
he's not my dude. He's not my dude. I mean, great quarterback at a time.
Of course.
Yes, at a time.
But so was Brett Favre, and it turns out that guy was a complete douchebag.
Piece of shit, man.
Well, yeah, he did weirdo shit with little kids, man, underage and like stealing money, just
stealing
dirt
money
bag,
and
like
all sorts
fucking
of weird
dirt
shit.
bag shit.
Yeah,
Dirt
that's what I
bag.
mean, right? It's like,
yeah.
And he was a great quarterback.
Best quarterback of all time, John Elway.
Tom Brady.
John Elway.
You tripping, man? Not even close. Not even fucking
Elway.
close.
John
I mean,
Elway.
he did have that NES game, but I mean, I don't know if that makes him GOAT,
Tom
And
Brady.
He's my GOAT.
Aussie wants to play.
That doesn't mean
I
he's
agree
the
with Ultra.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, it does. My voice. Hey, this is my channel, so it's my voice, and he's the GOAT.
Well, it's hard to argue though, dude. For a top, like John Elway's up there.
I don't think he's like realistically when you put statistics out there, you can't argue who the best is. Like it's definitive who the best is, of course. But my preference, with some pretty good accolades behind him, I think Elway is one of the GOATs.
Dude, different eras. I hate statistical arguments because it's different
Yeah.
eras. Like in the
No,
era
you're
John
right.
Elway could play, they could fucking lay him out, dude, in a way that even John Brady, for all the hits he took, he never faced that kind of pressure.
No, you're right, Fumbling. You're absolutely right. Statistics, and it's a double-edged sword because,
Correct.
like, I'll speak real quick with wrestling. Ric Flair is a 16-time world champion across the world of wrestling during his time in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and blah, blah, blah. John Cena is a 17-time world champion within the confines of one company.
Yeah.
So statistically, they're both the greatest of all time because of how many championships they've won. But realistically, because of the time back in the 60s and 70s, it was more of a world championship.
Horrible example.
You see, like that, like
No, it's a
hardcore
good one.
wrestler, like hardcore fans, like
wrestling's fake.
They'll throw out names like
But it's
that,
just the example of it's just
but,
the
like,
example. I don't
to
care
the
if it's
majority
fake.
to the majority of the world, and you guys will like think it's like, oh, you don't know, but to the majority of the world, the most popular wrestlers of all time are still Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like I
right.
love Ric Flair, but most people don't know who he is.
Agree.
And-
John Cena,
Right, and that's
maybe
why
And when they think wrestler,
that's
they're gonna
why
think
there's that
those
mucky.
three people.
Well, that's why there's that mucky word statistics, because are you saying, and I'm not asking you, I'm just throwing this rhetorically, because yes, Hulk Hogan is the most popular, but to a wrestling fan, he's not the best, right? Like, blah, 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 blah.
Couple of minutes.
But I
No,
agree.
if you know anything, you know that like he was an okay wrestler. He was okay. Great promotion, great in
Yeah.
the ring personality, but man, he wasn't the best, man, from a technical standpoint, or
Right.
But
But popularity, right? You're right. It's
Macho
Austin,
Man was
The
like
Rock,
Macho
and
Man
Hogan.
was way superior in that time.
Really?
Even then there were other wrestlers that were like, third, second down on the card that were better wrestlers than him,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can always listen, for my era, I'll be honest with you, for my generation, in my generation, Jim Kelly and Dan Marino were the greatest quarterbacks ever for my generation.
No ring.
No rings.
Dan Marino was great.
No rings, but they could single-handedly win games, right? Like without like top-notch players. So, to me, they did things, they kind of reinvented the game, but without the rings, it's hard to argue. But do you put Ben Roethlisberger in the conversation because he won 2 Super Bowls? Fuck no. Right? Like,
Joe Montana.
yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
Yeah, dude, I remember seeing the
Montana?
Sports Illustrated with Joe Montana, and like he had his like hands like this or something, and he had like the four rings going across his fingers, or maybe he had one on each finger. I'm not even sure. But
Never lost.
I just remember being like, that dude's a winner right there. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he's a winner.
Never lost the Super Bowl that he was in.
Could you imagine if Dan Marino
Badass.
played in today's NFL where you can't defend, where you're not allowed to touch a receiver? That guy would have fucking thrown 80 touchdowns a season and 6,000 yards. I guarantee you. Like,
Yeah.
you like back in the day, you could literally knock a receiver down anywhere
Yep.
in the route. Right? Now you hand check them at 5 yards and they're like automatic first down. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
What is the new rule they're debating right
Frank,
now?
thanks, man.
Like
They
you can't
already
move a player from a
the rub-
position.
Yeah.
the tush push, but they voted for it. They're gonna allow it. It's everyone's mad that the Eagles have it. They
Right.
got like a 97% completion rate when it comes to the tush push, and everyone else is like, it's not fair. But it's just like, learn how to fucking defend it, or you learn how to fucking. I mean, their quarterback squats like 600 fucking pounds, so of course he's able to every
Goddamn.
time hurt on. We're talking
No,
about
but
like
it's not the play. I think it's the danger of the tush push because you're going low and driving low, and you can hurt guys. Like the play itself is dangerous.
oh, he ain't gotten hurt.
No, I know, but I think that was. I don't think it was because it was. That was the rule, right?
No, but I get what you're saying, but the reason that they wanted to have a vote for it is because the fucking other teams, man, they don't, because they don't have the personnel to pull off that move. So they feel it's like an unfair fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it, because really, there technically kind of was rules against like pushing. You're not allowed to. You like I don't know, man. It's a gray ass area because you're really not supposed to push on another player to get them across the line. Period.
Oh, I hate that.
It is like a super fucking.
I hate that. I hate when the guy gets stopped at the 4-yard line and his fucking offensive line rushes, like picks him up essentially and carries him across the goal line. I fucking hate that.
That means you can't.
Grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin would say.
You know what
That's
grinds
exactly what I
my
was
gears?
thinking of.
Grinds my gears. There's a line.
You America.
Have they made good Family Guy toys?
I feel like I
Long
Not
time
yet.
ago, I think there was.
yeah.
Because there's a line that has so many iconic characters, from obviously the Griffins to like the Weatherman to the old man pervert.
Oh
old
man,
to
to Mayor West,
right.
to
James Woods,
the naked deaf grease guy.
yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
about to say. Yeah, grease up deaf guy.
The
Yeah.
Sam
Yell a
Elliott
little bit.
fighting
We're
King.
hating
Yeah,
now.
Sam Elliott.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, that I feel
Fumble,
I do
Graybeard,
feel like
TK.
they've made some,
See
but
you in a
not
bit,
they
man.
didn't pop off.
Take it easy, Bruce.
Yeah, see y'all in
Later,
a bit.
Bruce.
Later,
Yes,
Killer
sir.
Bees.
Bruce.
All right, Joe. So we about to have to.
Bye bye.
Bruce is
Uh,
married now, y'all.
That would be a good toy line.
It would be, because I mean, Family Guy is definitely popular enough to have a good company behind them.
100%.
And they'd be in the same, at least in my head, they'd be in the same style as like the Simpson figures, you know, nothing crazy articulated, just a goofy looking cartoon figure with, you know, a little bit of movement and some silly looking
No, man.
accessories.
No, I need my man to do the diggity, man. He's got to dig.
Yes. Oh my God.
That would be a
Quagmire
deluxe
be
figure.
awesome. And he should come with a diorama of his bed that converts into like a dungeon.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking awesome. That would be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then they had a Jesus, didn't they? They had a Jesus episode that came back. They had Jesus a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I was gonna say a whole slew of times.
Bird is the word. Isn't that when Jesus first?
Yo.
showed up? Bird is the
Well,
word.
Jesus, then you could do Brian in like that peanut butter jelly, the banana looking suit.
Death.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald played Death.
Yes, you could do a 2-pack of Stewie and what the hell was the Bertram?
Yes, Bertram.
Yeah.
Bertram. Hell yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna have me looking on eBay to see if these things exist now.
Well, I know
There are Family Guy figures.
there are Family Guy figures, but I'm saying I don't think it's a prolific line, but there are, because I've seen Brian and Peter.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Lois. but I definitely have seen Brian and Peter, but never again, like nothing current.
Right. Well, that's
Right?
like the Rick and Morty. They had an action figure line, and I have the Rick from it.
Okay.
There's I keep looking around because I feel like he should be somewhere out visible, but I don't know.
They're okay.
They're okay. They're not. There's no. All right. This early 2000s Austin Powers figure has more articulation and detail than the 2015 Rick figure that I got.
That makes no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I ended up winning that Rick figure. I went to I say local, but it's like an hour away. It's a toy store, and they closed down the entire street that they were on, and they threw like an entire block party one summer.
Yeah, cool.
So me and a bunch of friends went down, or a bunch, but a couple of friends went down, and they were doing. I think that's when they were doing it, anyways. They were doing baskets and raffles and stuff like that, and they had like, I don't know, 20 different baskets, and each one of them was themed with like comic books and toys and all sorts of everything. And I put like tickets in every single one of them. And the only one that I actually won was the Rick and Morty basket, and it came with like a bunch of shit from Rick and Morty, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man!"
Nice.
So it's cool.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool actually, especially when you win
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to make a trip down to that store again because it's still there, and it's a cool little like hole in the wall, and they got a ton. Well, I say a ton, but at the time, they had a ton of different shit. Like when you first walk into the main, it's a small store. It's like. But it's small, but it's big, if that makes sense. It's got enough room for what they're selling. But you walk in, and it's the front of the shop is nothing but comic books, and right like on the ceiling, hanging down, is like it seems like a 4-foot by like 5-foot Millennium Falcon.
Oh, nice,
dude! It's fucking huge, hanging from the ceiling. And then like there's back little rooms that like each room is like its own theme. Like one room, half of the room was like nothing but Legos and stuff like that. The other half of the room were 2 giant arcade machines. They had the Simpsons original arcade machine, and then he had a Batman 1989 pinball machine.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, it was gorgeous. Just the glass inside of it was just absolutely beautiful. And then one whole room was nothing but like Masters of the Universe figures, Transformers, Turtles, wrestling figures, all sorts of awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
To me, a toy store is only as good as its layout.
Yes.
Right? Like it's so important for me. Like I hate going into a toy store and it feels like somebody's like collecting junk. Like it's just all over the place. You have to dig. Like give me,
a store.
Correct. And give me like organized, because I don't want to look. I want to go straight to the Star Wars section. That's where I'm going. Right. That's
right.
Do you know what I mean? And man, I've been to great organized stores, and what a pleasant experience. And I've been to chaotic stores. I'll walk out.
It's tough. It's tough. You're right.
You're absolutely right. Literally the most recent thing, I talked about it not too long ago on the channel and showed some of the stuff I had grabbed, but we went to 2 different collectors. I'm going to air quote it because I don't want to say stores, but collector shops, where one of them it felt like I was walking into
old comic shop.
No, I felt like I was walking into the fucking little Asian guy's shop from Gremlins.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, if I want to rummage through something, this is the place to go. I'll put a pin in it and remember this place.
Right.
But it was chaotic. It was absolutely chaotic, but it was nothing but comic books and some DVDs. And the comic books, I mean, there was no rhyme or reason to it. In the piles, it was like if you walked into a teenager's room and it was just a pile of dirty clothes. The comics were mountains high, and if you pulled one out,
oh yeah, that's no way, man. I'm out.
Now, and then the first place we went to, I think I got them out of order, but the first place or the next place, whatever one, was a traditional like hobby shop. It's like, okay, you've got your new comics here, your new releases, your dollar bins, your laid out ones that are, you know, specific. This is who this is, alphabetical order. You've got your loose figures over here, your packaged figures over here, more collectible stuff over here. Like it felt like what you were just saying, your eyes could rest easy. You knew what you were looking at. And it's a sense of comfort as well, because you know the guy or the girl that's putting this together, they clearly have a passion for it if they're going to go through that much work to display it.
Yeah, they understand what the product is. And you know also the better understanding they have. For me, it's been my experience, the better understanding somebody has, the better able you are to negotiate.
Yes.
Right? If I meet somebody who doesn't know shit about shit at a swap or a Comic-Con, you know, and they're overpriced by like $80, and I'm like, yo, dude, you're way over market, and you're like, no, that's the price, and you're like, no, dude, that's not the price. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
yes,
and I'm like, dude, you could get $1,300 from me, or you could try and stick to your $1,800, but trust me, you're over market. And they just don't budge. And at the end of the day, they're like, oh shit, where was that guy who offered me $1,300? Well, I'm gone.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
they what it is some of them people, man, they just they flip open eBay.
Right.
They put in the product, they see what the highest price is, and they put that, you know, maybe a few dollars less than the highest price when they think it's gonna sell. I'm like, man, that shit's been sitting on eBay for months, man. It ain't selling. What you think is gonna sell?
And exactly. You see it on Toy Federation all the time. On Toy Federation, they'll pull up, you watch that channel, they'll pull up and they'll be like, and he goes, okay, show me the one that's sold. Don't show me the ones where the guy's fucking asking for like 2,000. Show me the ones that sold. And then they're like, oh yeah, here's this. It's like, yeah, dude, like, eBay is just throw a number.
Yes.
Yeah. You can ask for whatever you want.
Correct.
Literally, man, like literally, I try to make, I don't try to make, but I feel like I make a lot of offers to people on eBay, especially with the Ninja Turtle NECA figures, like the April O'Neil cartoon version. People are asking like $50, $60, $70 for that figure. I don't know if it's rare. I don't know if it's worth that much. To me, it's not. I don't need it that fucking bad. So I literally will make offers to these guys of $36, the retail price. Like, because if nobody's asking, or not asking, if nobody's coming to you for the 40, or not the 40, the 50, 60, or 70 you're asking for, you're not taking the loss at getting the 36 for it, because that's what I'm asking you full price retail for it. So you're still going to, so many of them will decline the offer. And that lot that I bought for 160, I remember asking the guy, I'm like, hey, with the shipping included, will you take the 165 right now as is? And I'll buy the whole lot right now. I'll pay for it. And he's like, no, the 1-2 pack goes for like $80 all by itself. I'm like, okay.
Hey, buddy.
And I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, is it going for 80 or are people asking 80 for it? And then,
hey man, on that April though, I would pay, if you could get them down to 50, I would take it because it's rare. It's
okay. See that like, I don't know that. So
that's one that I would, unless you can find one loose at like a convention.
Yep.
Maybe the last day.
That's what I'm waiting for.
That one I have not seen come down. Them and the Don and the Raphael pizza clubs, I have not seen come down. Yet on them, but everything else, dude, everything else has come down, man. Everything
dramatically.
You're right, TK. I find patience. The thing is, as collectors, we want it now, right? You want it as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Right. Yeah. And I'm with you, TK. I'm the same way, right? But what I'm finding is, if you just so there's like a Star Wars maquette from the 2D Clone Wars show of Padme Amidala in a snowsuit that everybody wants. They call it Snow Bunny Amidala.
Sure.
Super rare. So at auction last year, I bid up to $1,000 US on it at auction.
Ooh.
and I lost.
Wow.
Dude, I went in thinking 300. I ended up going all the way up to I still didn't win. And I said, be patient, be patient, be patient. Kept looking. 700 US, 600 US, 700 US. And all of a sudden the other day, right away, I see an auction come up and it says, buy now, 250 US, brand new. Bang.
Wow.
Yep.
Right? Like just
That's when you know.
And I had to tell myself, like, fuck, dude, sometimes just be patient, right? And sure, you know, I got lucky, but at the same time, you know, it just goes to show that if you wait this, that, and you're willing to kind of wait it out, but man, as collectors, I have no patience for things.
Yep.
No,
right?
You want the new
tough.
shiny. You want the new shiny thing
Correct.
that's on the shelf.
Correct. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
just like I was telling you, Ace, that there was that dude a couple years ago. Everyone clowned him because he paid $300 for a Lotus and that Samurai Ghost 2-pack.
Yeah.
Because you know no one else had it. He thought he was special, and he was like, "Let me tell you why I did this." You know, because I love like, dude, no, you're stupid. Like,
Yeah,
that's
dude,
really
that's
dumb.
insane.
That thing sat and peg warmed, and is still on shelves. You know, it's unbelievable. Then you go, you swiped that whole collection for 160. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I haven't seen a sale or an auction, anything even close to like that. Like I've seen another sale that had like there were 4 2-packs, and it was Casey Jones and a Foot Soldier.
Sure.
I think it was
$200 right there, retail over. Yeah.
Right. And then there was
$60 a pop.
There was Shredder and the Krang 2-pack. And then I think there were 2
First
other
run.
ones. And it was like $700 fucking for the bid.
That's crazy.
I was like, what? The bid is at 7. Like, where do you think that's gonna like? But I don't even tread those waters because to me, that's beyond collecting. That's addiction. Like that's a real unhealthy addiction.
How recent was that?
I feel like it was within the week.
Wow.
I'm on there at least
there were
once
only
a week.
How many 2-packs in that?
4.
But still.
Okay, there was only 4 2-packs, and it went for that. It's going for that much right now.
It was literally something up there like that. Yeah, I'm sure you can still find it.
eBay.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just the turtles, they really don't you know, retail or, you know, some things a little more, but you know, they really
even the Simpsons, the World of Springfield ones, the collectible ones I get. I won the Kent Brock. Now I've bid, there were like they must have all been from the same seller. I never looked into it. But he had like 8 of those figures still in package. Shipping was $6 and change, and he started his bid off at 99 cents. So I'm like, wow, even at $10 a piece, if I started bid off at $2 and I won it, I'm only paying maybe $9 altogether with shipping. That's a pretty good deal. Like
that's a good deal.
Yeah, it is.
So I ended up winning 2 of them. I won the Sideshow Mel, which I had the doubles of, so I opened him and did an unboxing. And then I just got that Kent Brockman for the 99-cent bid. I will find lots where you get like 10 of them for I don't want to say 10, that's a lot. Like maybe 6 of them for like hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, there's no way. How can someone sell one for 99 cents? And then this other person think that 6 of them are worth hundreds of dollars.
Hey David. No, that's
what's up, David?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see that one.
I think that's the thing.
Go ahead,
right?
look into it, man. Maybe because it's
eBay.
wild.
I'll look. I'm gonna look. Yeah.
eBay.
Hey, I have to jump off, guys. I just picked up my kid from Taekwondo.
All right, brother.
Oh
good
yeah,
seeing
right
ya.
on, bro. Thank you for
Ace,
jumping in,
Gray Bear
dude.
Galaxy.
Later, brother.
Of course, man. Congrats
Later,
on 450,
TKD.
bro.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, no, I agree. That's eBay price. But I'll say, listen, and I'll say this. And hey, what's going on, Profit Director? I did my best.
Hey, what's up, Prophet?
See, I did my best profit earlier when I said, how's it going, humans?
Yeah.
Hello, humans.
But I will say that the flip side of that too is you can't have buyer's remorse. Right?
No, exactly.
Right. So, and that's the other side of it too. Is I'm talking about the bidding earlier. If I had won that $1,000 bid and then I ended up seeing her for 250, it's easy to go like, oh my god, I spent. But the truth is listen, if you're willing, if somebody says to me, I spent this, and in my head I think you're nuts, but that's what he's willing to spend. And if he's happy with it, then that's all that matters. That I shouldn't ridicule somebody because they've paid what they think is a fair price, and because I know I've overpaid for stuff. We all have, like
100%.
100%, right? And
we
so,
do it every toy
correct.
is overpriced.
Well, fuck, dude. Every meal, every piece of clothes, everything. Do you know what I mean? Like everything is just nothing is cheap anymore. So it's like, and I have to remind myself, dude. Even if you see it at a live live convention months down the road and it's half the price, you can't have buyer's remorse. You just got to go like, okay, you know what? I still have it. I'm happy. I was willing. I had that money. I was willing to spend it, and
Yes.
not like. But I see people lose their shit and they're like, oh, I overpaid. And you're like, dude, you can't, buyer's remorse is the worst thing you could possibly do in the toy.
Right.
Space. Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. There was one of the Simpsons Ultimate or Super 7 Ultimate figures, Walmart, their app, I think it was a couple of days ago, they had it on sale for $20. And I was like, it was the spacesuit Homer.
Yeah, yep.
So I was like, oh, $20. I go, that's how much I paid for my Krusty. So that's a fair price. Like and I put it in my cart and I was like, okay, when Thursday rolls around, that'll be my toy of the week that I'm going to buy. I won't go out shopping. That'll be the one. Literally, like, I don't know when it went off sale, but went right back up to the $55 price. And I was like, wow, like that's insane that it's that much of a difference, like a $30 difference. And
yeah.
And not that that's the buyer's remorse because I didn't buy it at all, but that's one of those things. If I thought without looking into it or realizing that they do go on sale or whatever, and I just was like, ooh, this is a cool figure. Let me spend the $50 on it. That would be one of those things I would have the buyer's remorse on a little bit because I was ignorant and I should have looked into it more.
Yeah, so. And I don't often venture out of Star Wars, but my biggest regret, and maybe that's a question for you guys, what's the biggest purchase regret you ever made? My biggest purchase regret was last year. I went to a Comic-Con here in Toronto, and I think I bought it because I really felt bad for the guy and his daughter. So they had this beautiful table, they had a bunch of Marvel, but they had this really rare Ghost Rider. And I loved Ghost Rider when I was growing up. Thought he was a cool character and read a lot of Ghost Rider comics. But it was like a really big figure. And he's got like a real chain and flame effects and a motorcycle. Beautiful figure. He was selling it for 600 Canadian, which is like 400 US. Right? And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it looks like a $400 US figure. And without, because I'm an idiot. Without taking out my phone and seeing what comps were, I'm talking to the guy, really nice guy. He's not making any sales, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy this toy off of him, right? And I get home, and I fucking look it up, and it's like 250 US, right? And I'm just like, right away, I'm like, fuck, dude, like you could have at least looked it up when you were there.
Yeah.
But I, and that to me was probably my biggest regret buy. Because it wasn't even a fucking figure. Like, I literally have it in some bin. I threw it in a bin. I was so disgusted. It's sitting there in a bin. I can't even fucking look at the thing. It's like, God damn, dude. Like, you didn't have to. Anyway, what's your biggest regret buy? Like, I don't need prices, but just like, what did you?
I can't say that I have one like that because I'll be honest, and I don't want this to sound conceited or ego, but there's nothing in my collection that I didn't think about buying before I bought it. If it's something I purchased, it was because I had to have it. It wasn't just a guilt purchase or anything like that. Like,
right.
I don't know. I don't have a single thing in here that I could be like, yeah, I paid way too much for this or that. But the only thing I can show is this. Is when now I've never collected the old Ninja Turtle figures as like a collector. Like I have some from when I was a kid, but I've never ventured out and looked at cons and stuff to buy them.
Mhm.
So I'm ignorant to their prices. And that's what I meant by if I try to research it first, but I didn't with these. So when I went to a toy show a couple months ago, the guy was selling this and he had a few of the accessories in it in the bag, like the sandwich bag with it. And I believe it was $15.
Okay.
In my brain, before I said yes to buying it, I was like, okay, well, back in the day, this would have been close to $10. If it's collectible now to a degree, $5 extra, I guess maybe that's sure.
Makes
And
sense.
it has some of the accessories, so not a terrible thing. Within this at the same fucking toy show, I'm at another guy's booth. Now I bought this. I paid the $15 for this. I'm at another guy's booth and I'm sifting through his Ninja Turtle toys, and he has the same exact thing, 100% the same thing for $5.
Ah, shit.
And it wasn't a buyer's remorse because one, I wanted it. So I paid the price that I wanted to pay for the thing I wanted.
Right.
Should I have walked around the toy convention first and did a little perusing? Yes. I shouldn't have been so eager and just bought the first thing I saw.
Right.
That's a learning mistake, not as much as like a buyer's remorse thing, just a learning. But I could have saved $10 fucking dollars and bought two more of them.
To give you credit, Ace, at cons, sometimes you got to play the game like that because if you leave it behind, you come back around. Sometimes it's not there.
100%, dude.
So it's hard. It's hard at a con, but I'm with you. I'm with you on it. And Fumlin's right. Patience now.
Yes.
Virgo can attest to this.
I'm a haggler.
Patience I got is I can leave stuff behind. I can look at stuff
I can
love it, and I can just put it right down and say, nope. I see the future. I can see the future of this particular toy, and I'm like, not right now.
Well,
you're the long game, right? You are the long
right.
Game. Man, that I'll get new things. Don't get me wrong. I'll get some new things, but I'm a firm believer that you can get it all at half off.
Man, $5 for a fucking 3-pack of wrestling figures, Fumbling. That was $50 fucking bucks or something like that.
Yeah, and it breaks your heart, right? And that's the problem. Once you see it like that, you're right, Ace. But once you know, like that's what I was telling you guys. See, we don't have it in Canada. You guys have Ollies and Rosses, or Ollies more specifically. So, as someone who collected not all Black Series, just the mural ones, the ones with the picture on the box, it fucking burns me to no end, and I would never buy one at retail if I had an Ollie's in my, because they're gonna end up there.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how great the figure. Like, it's crazy to think, but even that Savage Opress, which is one of the best figures they've made in years, is gonna eventually end up at fucking Ollie's for a third of the price, right? So it's like, I don't understand how they can allow it. Like, I don't understand how Hasbro doesn't have a built-in mechanism when they're like, this cannot go to clearance, right? Like, do you guys have winners in the US?
I mean, $10 for your Indiana Jones figures.
I've heard of them, but
not bad.
Right. Like, so you guys have discounts clothing stores, so like Marshalls, Marshalls.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So So out here they're called winners. So same thing, but so like winners cannot get like Burberry or certain luxury brands, because Burberry has a thing where they're like, we will burn the clothes before we allow it to fucking go to Marshalls. Like, literally will burn the clothes, right? Hasbro doesn't have any. Yeah, that's what we were saying, Prophet, the patience thing. But Hasbro, I don't understand. Like, it's like they undermine their own profit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like I don't understand the business sense of that.
No, me neither.
Well, some of it recently, I would say in the past maybe 5 years or so, the COVID thing happened. Everybody was stuck at home. everybody was getting extra money from the government and stuff like that, you know, and collecting, you know, got hot because everybody was sitting there.
Right.
Same thing with Funko Pops. A lot of collecting things were going along, and then everybody went back to work.
Right.
And then there was all this stock sitting around because, you know, COVID shipping got slowed down because everything was just going a little slower. And then after COVID, the shipping thing still was going on where shit was just fucked up. And I think it was a perfect recipe for stuff to end up in the discount stores.
Right.
Now, will the trend keep continuing on? I don't know. I know the trends that I've been, you know, since I've been seriously hunting and paying attention to what I'm seeing in the stores, even the discount stores. You know, I can see stuff at retail and I'm like, yeah, you know, this just came out. Nobody's buying it. Only one person has bought one figure. I've seen, you know, 6 came in a box and they still got 5. And I've been looking at it for 3 weeks now. I'm like, all right, that's going to clearance. And then I think about, well, if it goes to clearance in the store, how much shit's sitting in their warehouse,
Right.
you know,
Right.
at the same time. And then I start, you know, I just start contemplating that. And I'm like, all right, so they probably got another box sitting in the back of this store. Lord knows what the distribution center's got. And then you start thinking about the other stores too. And I'm like, all right, I kind of see where some of this stuff, how quick and easy it can get to a discount store. Because it's just, they need the space.
So that's
They
all
need
that
the
Black
space.
Panther, all those Black Panther toys that are and Shang-Chi toys that are still sitting at Ollie's probably, man. Those will never go anywhere. You could melt down that plastic and have a mountain of just plastic. It's just insane.
Dude, that D&D section is fucking crazy.
Yeah. I honestly, when those first hit my Ollie's like years ago now, it feels, I personally thought, I'm like, oh man, like collector people are going to buy these things up because like, I know there's a huge audience for Dungeons and Dragons. In my head, I'm thinking that, and I'm thinking, oh, they got a toy line. They're going to be cheap. They look kind of cool, whatever. But they're sitting there for days on end.
Which is crazy because that 80s toy line was like, but this is why I'm saying this mask, like the Legions, whatever that this new company is or whatever they are that are making the masks figures. I wouldn't be banking on these IPs that during the COVID everybody was kind of trying to reminisce for because it was nice for everybody to relive their happy childhood. Like I'm not sure that the market is there for some of this stuff. Like if it's not there for Dungeons and Dragons, which was a popular 80s show, I can't see it being there for Mask, which is not even a fucking 3 3/4 figure. They're 3 inches.
Right. And it's got a very, very niche audience, way more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just don't understand that. And even bringing the gem back, like again, like who's gonna buy a gem doll, dude? In 2025.
I'm with you.
Right?
There's gonna be the girl that's saying, And you know, I wished so hard that when they did Gem, I was like, man, why? You got a Marvel character named Dazzler.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfectly for that.
Yes.
But they went with Gem in the holograms or whatever they call that group, and there you go. All right. But it's that the hologram. It's going to be a flash in the pan. You're going to have that big rush right there where that nostalgia hits. People are going to buy, and then after that, it fizzles. Like real quick, it'll fizzle.
Well, look at what happened to all the Kickstarters as soon as the tariff threats hit. Like all these Kickstarters sunk hard, and you're like, guys, you didn't even give it a chance. Like even Super 7
laying uncertainty.
Yeah, like even Super 7 laying off all those people in Hasbro. No. And you're like, okay, yes, I understand you have to make the best decision at the time with the information you have, but like they didn't even give it a chance, dude. They didn't even let it ride out. Like they were just immediately like cut, quit, finish, and you're like, so you were on the precipice already.
Right. You were already there.
Right. You were already
there. You just wanted a reason.
Correct.
You just needed something that wouldn't say that you sucked.
Correct. That's 100% it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, man, we bought Diamond Select. What we gonna do? Oh, we're just gonna fire him. Hey, the tariff thing. We'll just blame it on the tariffs.
Yeah, NECA's parent company buying Gentle Giant and Diamond Select only to like basically close it down is, I just don't even understand that, because that's it. And again, I'm a collector. Maybe I collect the lines, but there's a big following for those statues, like a really big following.
Oh, for sure.
One guy was streaming. He had 38 statues on pre-order.
Have you, Fumbling, have you ever heard of the channel Gem Mint Collectibles?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, yeah, man. Like that's really the only channel that I watch that he does like the statues and shit like that. And
Yeah.
so
but did you see his story? First of all, what a cool dude. And then he shared something which I thought was incredible. So he was a comic guy, right? So
yeah.
He made money with a lot of big key issues, and he got very popular, and he had a huge following on YouTube. And I don't know the whole story about his beginnings, but I know at some point he got successful enough that he did what anybody would want to do with success is he parlayed that and bought a beautiful house, like a really beautiful house. And then he totally customized the basement to fit all those statues and continue his show.
Yeah.
But then something happened, viewership went down, sponsorship, all that kind of stuff. And now he's and he made this video where he's like, guys, the biggest mistake I ever made was buying this house and banking ahead of time, whatever. And he shared that, and people were like riding him like, oh, look at this guy. Yeah, the mighty have fallen and shit. And it's like, no, but he's sharing with you the story of a cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale, yes.
Right. Which is
he bit off more than he can chew.
Correct. And fame and youth and all that kind of money. Like, anyway, I thought it was really cool, but people came at him in a really weird way. And I just thought, like, but he's still around, he's still doing his thing. Like, now, like, yeah. And it's like, but anyway, I love the transparency, and that made me a fan.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that he was transparent about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because he wasn't trying to go up there and be like, I'm just so successful, nothing ever happens to me. He was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck. I made some money, I overspent, and maybe I made a mistake, right? So it was interesting. But
exactly.
His fucking statue collection is the stuff of dreams, dude.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, bro.
I know he's got that. I know he's got like an X-Men set, man. Dude.
Is
ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
I had no idea statues went that hard until I like started watching his videos.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like, he is getting these statues that are fully disassembled, and he is building it, and it becomes this huge fucking piece of artwork. And like as a Lego, builder or somebody that just likes constructing stuff, it's insane. And then to have like different face plates and then to see that different pieces have magnets in them to keep them in place. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, but they're pricey though. They are,
Oh my God, dude.
You call them a work of art, and that is what you're paying for. And to be honest with you, those things, they don't tend to lose their value too hard.
No, yes, that's right. So they will go down a little, but they don't go down as much, which is why I transitioned to statues last year and started collecting statues because, I needed something that at least retained something. Yeah. Yes. And some
plastic doesn't. I ain't gonna lie, Fumbling. Plastic figures, I know people collect them. They'll say their stuff is worth this, that, and nothing. But I done seen Toy Federation to know whatever you think that plastic is worth, you're only gonna get half.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get half.
Yeah, man. No.
I actually. Oh, sorry. What were you guys saying?
No.
Oh, I was telling Fumbling, the statues and things like that, they hold their value a lot better than your action figure, your plastic crack out there.
Yeah.
And then I was telling Fumbling, I done seen way too many times that plastic you watch on Toy Federation, that whatever you think it's worth, you're only gonna get half. You're only gonna get half.
Yeah. And that's like everything. That depends on if you got that right seller or not. That's gonna
right.
That's gonna buy it in the moment. Like when we were talking earlier, I forget specifically what, but I wanted to mention I have I've showed it off before, the Batman Forever board game that came out in like 1995 or whatever. I got it at a yard sale, and the guy and it's still factory sealed and everything, and the guy was asking like 35 bucks for it or something. And I knew, because that's the shit I collect, I was like, man, that thing's not worth that. Like, I'll give you 20 bucks tops for that. And we haggled for a few minutes and we went back and forth, and he's like, oh, you clearly kind of know what you're doing. And I'm like, well, not really, but I know what this is worth, and it's not worth what you're asking, but I want it still. Right. You either take the 20 basically and make the sale, or you're going to lose a sale altogether and walk home with nothing.
Oh, now you got that.
So
you took it.
Oh, accident.
Oh yeah. And I got it right here still sitting. Now, whether it's worth anything, I don't know, but to me it was worth 20 bucks.
Yeah.
Did it happen here or outside?
No, but profit's right? You get out, you sell to a store, sell it yourself, you get 85%. But that 85%,
seriously,
like if you're selling it on eBay, you pay an eBay fee, you pay this, you pay that. So that 85%,
they used to try to cover it up.
Private seller, but shit, dude, I've seen some statues lately where I'm like, holy fuck, that guy spent like $2,000-$3,000 on an XM statue. He's selling for $1,000.
Yeah,
right? Because people are. That's the other thing too. Never overextend yourself. Like, I will say this. I have a very specific.
He's in it.
I have a very specific toy.
That was just the first few episodes.
Right? So, and what I do is I build my toy budget, and then I'll buy the big pieces. But I won't buy them before I have that, right?
Right.
But I have a very specific, and my wife, that was our agreement. She said, listen, dude, you never go broke buying fucking toys. Like, right. So, and I think that's what happens, right? Like, guys overextend themselves. They buy too much, too fast, too big, and then they're like, shit, and now they're trying to sell it for a fraction.
He thought that was his last.
The market went down, and now they're stuck with these figures trying to sell them, right? But
exactly,
it breaks my heart because that guy thought he was doing the right thing at the time, right?
Exactly, and now he's not only hurting his wallet in the long run, but as a collector, like, that's disappointing in your ego to be like, oh man, like, I had it, now it's gone. Did I make the right choice to begin with? Like, all these just second guessing. That buyer's remorse, I guess, kind of falls under that umbrella of like, God damn.
Hey, just collect what you like. Collect what you like. Collect what you like.
Correct.
And like you said, Fumbling, like, don't go broke because of toys.
I can't,
like,
dude.
It's
because it's an addiction.
I definitely in TKD bar, him and I have chatted about this a little bit, of just once in a while having the guilt of like, oh man, I wanted this, I can afford this, but maybe not right now. I shouldn't have done that because I had this was a little bit more precedent. But it also, we were saying, that compulsion to want it, to get it, to need it, to have it. And that's a hard habit to break.
You're about to make the most important decision of your life.
Yeah.
Right? If you buy this house, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is a lifetime commitment. Right?
Oh, 100%.
So it's like, and now you really, now you're going to be like, okay, you really got to start. What's more important, right? My fucking toys or my house, right? Or
exactly.
Like,
and that's why I've always, I don't want to say always, because I'm not making it sound like I'm a good boy, but I've within the last few months, I would say, I've really reeled it in and put myself on a very tight budget. Not because, again, I can't afford it, but I know if I really limit myself, and if I know the things that I can settle with that I want to buy, instead of being like, for instance, there's two packs of Ninja Turtle figures that are out in Target right now that were part of that haulathon thing. So, we'll get going here so we can get over to that. But usually my impulse is, oh my God, there they are. I better grab them because I know what haulathon is. I know there's collectors out there. If I don't get them now, I'm going to be paying double on the, on eBay and shit. But I've been a really good fella and told myself, even if you don't get them now, you don't get them next year, say you get them in 2027, you might get them for maybe $30 at that point, half off what they are right now.
Correct.
Because that lot of turtle figures I bought, those are 6 years plus old, some of them.
Mhm.
I wasn't foaming at the mouth to have to buy them in the heat of the moment when they first hit the store shelves. I wasn't sitting around waiting, 5-6 years. But in that long wait, I was able to accumulate $500 worth of Ninja Turtle toys for $160.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
it really is like, but again, there's certain things, I don't have them here right now. Yes, I do. This shredder that was part of the Holothon. I would
That
beat the
damn
shit.
baby. That
I
baby
would beat
shredder
the
got you.
I would beat the shit out of my grandmother to get this thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
I told you
god.
that baby shredder got his ass.
I love this thing, and I
Oh
don't
my
even know if I
God.
want to open him. I love it.
Also, I love you, Grandma. Please forgive me. But, yeah.
But that's a great segue to go back to the Gem Mint Collectibles channel, because his 100, and I've showed this off on the channel before, his 100,000 subscriber giveaway. How appropriate to talk about it on this one.
Right.
I actually won his 100,000 subscriber giveaway contest, and it sucks because the case broke. The comic book is fine.
Okay.
But the case to it broke, and I was able to extract the comic book and keep it in his sleeve. But
Old school. See you soon.
here is the case.
Oh shit.
Good grief.
God,
It fell and broke, but it is the original Batman The Killing Joke, and it is graded a 9.8.
What?
And
wow,
there it is. It's in another protective sleeve, so when the case broke, this still kept it safe. This is the original copy, or in original copy, not the, but in original. This is without a doubt the single most minty comic book I own, at a beautiful 9.8.
Wow.
That might be worth sending
That
back
might
in.
be worth a few dollars. Yeah.
Yes, Roughshod. I'm 100% going to pay to get it
Yeah.
put back in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, and again, I won it off of his channel. And the reason I segue, him and his wife chose a comment for the winner, and my comment was, he was showing off a Green Goblin statue, and this thing was fucking sick. It was from the issue where the Green Goblin found out who Peter Parker was, and he has Peter Parker like tied up, and he's dragging him behind the Goblin glider.
Yep.
And I left a comment that said, I would throw hands with my Gam to get that statue, which basically said I beat the shit out of my grandmother again. So my grandma, if you're watching, Grandma, and there's something I want and you're in between me and it, I will take you down.
God damn, boy.
God.
She knows I love my grandma, but I'll knock her out.
This guy, but I'll knock her out. You're a fucking savage, dude.
That's how we do it. But you know what? I think because we got like 6 minutes before Kaz's show starts, it gives everybody a little bit of a bathroom break and whatever you got to do before you jump on over there. So I think on the notion of beating my grandma up, we're gonna end this.
Ace, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad everybody kind of got something, and it was fun, and I had a blast doing this with especially with you guys, because this is the community, so it was a lot of fun.
Good show.
Just bullshitting around. So
you the man.
All right.
We will see Graybeard and Virgo Cool, who are Roughshod Stocks. Check out their channel. We'll see them over there at Casual Toy Collectors.
Yep.
We'll
see y'all.
His Flex Friday is going to start here in like 5 minutes. And I want to thank, wait, are you this direction?
Yeah, that way.
That way. I want to thank the brother from up north, fumbling through the galaxy, so much for always joining, supporting, and just being an awesome all-around dude. Thank you so much for being part of this 450 plus special.
Thank you, brother, and thank you for everything you do for the community, dude.
Hey, absolutely. Don't forget, if people are still listening, if you guys didn't get my number, it is here in the chat somewhere. So look it up, snag it. That's your once and only chance to get it until the next time.
Oh, I'm gonna have someone weird text you now. All right.
Hey, be careful, because when someone opens a door, there's always something else on the other side.
Oh my God. All right.
I'll see you in a little bit, buddy. Thank you so much for joining. All right, everybody. Moto Viper, there you are. God, I try to remember everybody. Queen Bee, Bruce, Beth, Virgo, Roughshod, Moto, TKD Bar, Fumbling Through the Galaxy, Prophet, Old School. Who else? Ultra. Who else? Everybody else. David Jones. I saw you in there too, dude. Seafrost, Tokyo, everybody and anybody that was here in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining. I did not expect it, or I didn't even really want it to go 4 hours, but the chats are so enjoyable. Everybody's just awesome. And this is what we look forward to. So get on over to Casual Toy Collectors channel, because shit's going to get wild over there. 21 and up. That's it. 21 and up. So this is it. 450 plus subscribers. We're going to keep on going. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, grab yourself. I say this. This is my new thing. Grab yourself a pizza, get a drink, enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in the next time. Or see you in the next time.